American Gem Society Lab assigns a cut grade composed of proportions, symmetry, and polish. The cut grade can go from the 0 ideal to a 10, which is very poor. This allows us to show a customer how these factors will affect a diamond's ability to handle light and overall affect beauty and value. So if you're shopping for a diamond and are interested in seeing the best, come by Underwood's.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars on their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
Bet on the ball game. Get your money down. Money lines, totals, and parlays. We're cashing tickets all around.
It's baseball betting season, and VSiN's 2023 MLB betting guide is a home run for bettors. Download your free special edition of the guide, featuring a betting preview of the Atlanta Braves and Tampa Bay Rays at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com.
I'm Taylor Dahl with your 1010XL local sports update. Florida baseball improves to 7-0 on the road behind homers from Cade Kurland, Josh Rivera, and BT Riopel. Number 3 Gators win 6-1 in Game 1 of the series against Tennessee last night. And JU baseball walk off Eastern Kentucky to win 3-2 in 11 innings. Dolphins remain perfect in series openers this season. A fly ball from Chase Malloy was just deep enough to bring in the winning run. And JU baseball announced time changes for this weekend's games due to impending weather. Today's game will be at 2 p.m. and Saturday's game will be moved up to 11 a.m. And despite a 5-run bottom of the 6th, the Jumbo Shrimp couldn't overcome an early deficit as they fell to the Bulls 11-7 last night, pulling them to 0-3 on the series against Durham. 78 degrees at 12:06. Time and temper brought to you by Bueller Air Condition. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Attention.
They are not ready for prime time, as they say.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time, that's the name.
XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Their D's going to be really good.
Mia O'Brien.
One of those bugs just flew in my mouth.
And Leon Searcy.
Somebody has to go home and cry.
How you like me now?
Somebody maybe heading home. Tears in his eyes, I guess, later on today, if they make it to the 36-hole mark. We'll find out. Weather has been as much a storyline as anything up at Augusta. We welcome you into XL Primetime. The noon hour is here. Your Friday, Good Friday, if you're certainly observing that and Easter.
Yes, us people will not be eating meat today. JJ LaSelva, our conversation yesterday.
Yeah,
it's all good.
We do Good Friday, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you eat meat?
Yeah, we eat whatever we want when we go to our Baptist church.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But look, we're Catholics, so I'm observing. I definitely am.
Okay, the not eating meat. What is that? Give me.
It's the idea is that you're fasting. It's a sacrifice.
Oh, you're fasting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why not just say you're fasting?
Yeah. Well,
because
they distinguished it as
they don't want to go that
far.
far. I'm a Reformed Catholic, and you know what I think? My God's all right with meat. So.
I love how people just kind of.
I like you, man, Hayes. You know what? Your God has a fork and a knife.
My God's all about
there you
love.
Go. All right.
All about love.
Make up your own rules, which is fine.
Well,
I got no problem with that.
I'm not making up my own rules.
But
I feel like the new thing
you already called it Reformed Catholic, so that means you are making up your own rules.
Hey, I'm not the only Reformed Catholic out there. I can tell you that right now.
The
I
new
don't
hip
even want to
thing
get into
too.
this discussion.
Right.
I just said no meat.
The new hip thing, though, is some people don't give anything up. They just do something extra during the 40 days.
Yeah.
So some people do that too.
Yeah.
But then they still eat meat. So
Mm-hmm.
it's up to your interpretation. I think COVID threw a lot of things out the window. So.
No, this was probably happening way before that. That's for sure.
So you just fasted one day.
Yeah, every Friday.
Every
during
Friday.
Lent. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's good enough, I guess.
much fish.
Well, Jesus, he fasted 40 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. He went into
when
the desert.
Tell me when y'all going to start that.
I don't know. That would be kind of tough. Remember, you and I were talking about you swearing off the bourbon. That ain't easy to do, man. I got people with dry Januaries. It doesn't make any sense to me
What would you give up for 40 days, Leon?
What could I give up for 40 days?
Like something that you love. Like
something that I love.
I'd give up
cigars?
Brussels sprouts for 40 days.
Cigars would be hard, bro.
Yeah.
But no, I could give up bourbon for 40 days. I just
Did
drink
you?
scotch.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah. Brown water, they're not all the same. All right, now.
JoJo, real quick.
Yeah.
How many fish sticks and mac and cheese did you eat on Friday?
Ooh,
already
that's a
told
good
you.
one.
Growing up.
Well, I ate a ton.
What
Listen,
about pizza, though?
Every Friday during Lent.
We were.
What about pizza, though?
We were the
No.
king
No.
of
Fishing.
the Swanson dinners, the Hungry, whatever they were.
Hungry Mans?
Yeah, Hungry Man. When we were kids, you get to pick out what you wanted, whatnot, and the old banquet fried chicken, all those frozen dinners. But anyway,
gross
I
fish
told you guys
sticks.
earlier, Lent now is just like it was then. I eat worse on Friday because I go get me some fried shrimp or whatever it is. So, big old slice of cheese pizza.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
and so I eat
Still
worse.
meat sauce. You know
Yeah,
that, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
you're not
well-
following Lent then.
By the
heck,
way, can I throw you for an additional loop?
I don't eat meat sauce on Friday. I mean, now
You
I
can
love
get
the
regular just tomato
You said
sauce.
piece
That's
of
what, that's what I have for,
Yeah,
lunch.
cheese pizza.
Just cheese, no sauce. Is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Well,
No,
it's
you could do sauce.
but it's just red gravy. There's no meat.
No.
in
There's
You're
gravy
telling
in
me
that.
there's meat and sauce
my
on a pizza,
God,
or is that what
man.
you're telling me?
I love it. Love it.
Can I throw you for a
Hey,
loop,
where does
Josie?
this even come from?
I could throw you for a bigger loop.
Man's
Today,
never had a cheese pizza
Have you never
in his
seen
life.
Prego meat sauce? Have you
Yeah,
ever seen
but
that?
if you get a cheese pizza, you're
It's
not getting
without meat.
red
Are
sauce
you trying to
with
tell me
meat
that
in it.
not once during the time you were growing up, your mom didn't see sauce, meat sauce, and there's no sauce, it's just meat sauce, and she was like, on Friday, all right.
Matt, can I blow your mind? There's also such thing as a
My
white
mom was devout Catholic.
as there's also white pizza. You could also
Yeah.
do a white pizza
Yeah.
if you've heard of those.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
it's
then
just-
you
That's what I was
avoid this
asking.
entirely.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah,
True,
but all
true.
it is just sauce. It's tomato sauce on a pizza.
Correct, correct.
There is no meat.
We used to get in
Correct.
so much trouble if we ate meat. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much. My mom and dad were like
Oh yeah.
devout. We used to get in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Well, can I throw you for another loop? Today is also National Beer Day.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think that's every day for me, but I do like the fact that
it's
other
not
people
fair
do
that it's on
recognize
Good
it.
Friday for those that are like, that gave up drinking, or
Yeah.
in my case, I just got cleared
Yeah.
yesterday, like from the doctor. Like, and that's, I don't know, that's not fair. On a day you're supposed to be fasting.
It's
to do
always
that.
a National Beer Day.
By the way, once I got to Florida,
Mhm.
once I got to Florida, that ended quickly.
What ended?
The whole Friday non-meat stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got away from your
Yeah.
family? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
I still went to mass every Sunday at school.
God, you didn't get away from God.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I just the whole Friday thing was. That wasn't for me anyway all along.
Yeah, everyone's got rules. I do love them. They're as long as you're comfortable with it. I don't care. I could care. I don't care. I'm not judging. The only thing I'm judging right now is 11 under for Brooks Koepka, and he looks unstoppable. He is right now about to play the last of the par fives. He's up by 3 shots. Jason Day is at the very least giving him chase in the early round of golf today. And then you got a bunch of guys that finished up yesterday morning that will go out late today, and that's when they're going to maybe see that bad weather. We'll find out. 60% a little bit later on, 70% I think around 3 o'clock, something like that. So we'll see how it goes. But Tiger Woods, for example, 2 over par. I said going into the tournament that he had a better draw for his leg, for his health, that he could go early Thursday, late Friday. But the weather's not going to help him at all. He fought back a little bit, but ended up losing a shot at the last, and he's 2 over par. So right now, he's 13 shots off the lead.
By the way, how about Carney? Nailing Jason Day.
Yeah.
Nailed
Well,
it.
he nailed Cameron
And
Young,
Cam Young, for what it's
Jason
worth.
Day.
Colin
He threw-
Morikawa,
Yeah.
Sam
yeah.
Burns.
Yeah, and those are the 2 guys that I threw out as good possibles, and then I ended up going Morikawa and Spieth, and we'll find out whether Spieth can come, charging back. But Morikawa hasn't even been in the conditions that might favor him, which is the wet weather, use the irons, and at the very least, I think he's at 5 under right now.
He's 3 under on the day. He's
Yeah.
6 under for the tournament.
Okay, so he's moved it to 6 under par. So the whole layout, weather-wise, is not going to be easy for any of these guys. They're going to have to try and figure it out. But whoever gets the most golf in definitely is going to have the advantage before this weather comes in. I loved what John Rahm did yesterday.
Yeah.
Just climbing up the leaderboard, clawing his way after a double bogey to start, a 4-putt to start. And I appreciate what he said. This is the Spaniard who runs really hot. But he said, hey, if you're going to double bogey a hole, make it the first hole. You got 71 holes to make it up. So I was pretty happy for him.
I want to go back to Tiger, though, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
Josie, to a point you brought up during the handoff with Jaguars today.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger +5 on par 4s.
Yeah.
But yet, on the par 3s, he's been unstoppable, and he's playing under par. I mean, does that make any sense at all?
It doesn't, other than just familiarity, and I think we all would agree that you need a little break here or there, and that's basically what he was able to do on those holes, and then he didn't get the breaks when he had those short 5-foot putts that he was just hitting the edge and it was barreling through the cup. Bogeys on 3, 5, 7, 11, and 18, and he 3-putted the 5th. And so he was 4 over on those on the par 4s because he did make a birdie on one of them, but then also playing the par 3s the way he did. That definitely helped him. I don't know if he's able to get anywhere near what he'd like to be score-wise, and is he going to get anywhere near the cut line?
Right.
I don't know, because this is supposed to be some hellish weather moving through there a little bit later on.
We could be heading toward an epic live versus players.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tour.
Koepka and Rahm?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That would be epic.
And it would be great.
Don't forget
because-
about Hovland, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Victor's
Hovland's
right there.
not
and-
teeing off till 12:54, and I mean, let's be real. Cam Young surged.
Or even Jason Day for that.
3 under the first few holes of the day yesterday.
Jason Day just chipped in on the 11th. I think he's within
So he's at 8,
4
right?
now because
He's at
Brooks
8.
just birdied 15. He's 12 under.
Okay.
I mean, the
we
drama
could
of
have
that,
Rory.
wow.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. He's
Where
2
is
over.
where is Rory?
Yeah.
He's irrelevant, like he has
4
been
over.
at the Masters always.
Yeah, and that's nothing but hate, JJ. Nothing
Yeah,
but hate.
I hate
It's
Rory.
true,
though.
Yeah, you do
It's
hate
true,
Rory.
though.
Wow, that's hard to believe. I didn't realize.
Hey,
you
once
did.
that weather
Now I'm learning
turns, though,
something.
it's going to be in his favor, isn't it, JJ? Just like the rest of the Irishmen. That's what they tell me.
Yeah, well, he's a guy that just whatever gets in his own way in the first day of play, and he knows it, and everyone else knows it, and now he's just got to figure out a way to fix it. And with the weather the way it is, I don't know whether he's going to be able to, but it would be cool if he were able to claw his way back up there. It's like the first quarter in football is the way you got to look.
Now, it was interesting. I was watching the first day of the Masters, and Rory, he was giving commentary while he was playing. I mean, that was like kind of a first. Wouldn't that like be a distract? Now, I'm not trying to make that as an excuse why his poor play, but
Right.
He was already playing very
he was already
poor
playing
before that.
I know that, but I mean, that's the first time I had seen the commentary between shots and stuff.
It's the
like
first
between-
time
yeah.
they're doing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got
Max
you.
Homa also did it. Max Homa is 1 under, and he's through 8 holes today. He's even on the day, so I don't think it was just distracting
Well,
Rory.
I just like the fact that, we were mentioning yesterday that Augusta does things before anyone else does. Now, the Tour's mic'd up guys now for a hole, which is pretty cool. They give that kind of just a lean in on what your strategy is, shot making, all that kind of stuff. They do it for one hole. They mic'd him up for this whole time, which is that's rare, and I'm loving it. If they can keep it going to where these guys embrace that,
So
they
if-
need to embrace it.
If Koepka wins this thing, do the Saudis give him a little oomph?
Oh, they'll
Give him
love
like 10, 20
of
mil?
course.
Say,
Yeah.
great job. Here's 10, 20
Well,
mil.
I think they already gave him. They might give him more. I'm not sure, but it will definitely be a huge boon for that side of things. There's no doubt about that.
Well, let me say this to you, Leon, with regards to the miking up. Have you watched any Sunday Night Baseball when they have a player
That's great.
on the team that's on the field at that given moment mic'd
Yeah.
up, and so they do a half inning with that player? I mean, there's moments where I get a little worried when they have an
Well-
infielder. I'm like, shouldn't they be focused in? But
Yeah.
they make it work.
Well, yeah, listen, I was in a situation in 1998. I was mic'd up when we played the Minnesota Vikings. The unfortunate task that I had is that we got slaughtered in that game, 50-10, and I had guys just MFing everywhere on the sideline. I had to walk away from them because, Randy Moss and Randall Cunningham was just lighting us up.
This was locker room talk.
Oh, yes,
That
yes.
was
Yeah,
a
but you
loaded
weren't
roster.
being interviewed.
True,
Like
true.
that's weird. Golf it's easier because there's so much downtime in between shots, but like baseball,
And they
it's
are being interviewed.
very strange
Yeah.
to answer questions while a guy could potentially hit a ball right at you.
Yeah, I like it, but I know exactly what you're saying. That I just think here's what's happening, and we all know this. The more inside you get on your sport, that's what today's world wants, and that's what I don't remember who was pinning the piece, but somebody was saying something to that effect that every major sport out there is going, what can we do to include our fans even more? A behind-the-scenes look. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. Peeling back one more curtain for them because the players have revealed more to fans.
I understand that, but that's what made your sport or your profession more unique because everybody wasn't privy to it. Because, if you're in awe of what I'm doing, you become more of a fan. I'm just saying, next thing I just hope they don't start moving this to the NFL where they're in they get access to locker room because they get
they're
access
probably
to everything
moving in
on
that
the field.
direction.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if everybody's privy to that
Because now when you have
I'm an elitist.
But when you had Hard Knocks,
old school.
Hard Knocks,
Yeah.
now that's evolved into following them during the season.
Yeah.
The Colts did it. Who's doing it? I'm trying to think who's doing it this year. Someone's already agreed to it. I
What,
believe.
Hard Knocks?
Yeah, no. The in-season Hard Knocks, like they did with Arizona.
Oh,
and
they
did
already
with the
have that?
Colts.
I didn't
Yeah.
think they announced that until
No, they
midway
have.
through
I
the
was
summer.
wondering if they
yeah.
have,
Yeah, they don't
but-
announce it until midway through the summer, Hard Knocks.
But going in the season, that's even more than hard. So, yeah, they're trying to give you as much access, exposure, a feel for how it goes down, much more than they did before. All right, now, one thing that went down was The Hunt, which is a great series from the Jaguars, and you can credit PCAV, DeCandis, all those guys. They do such a great job. The Hunt is at Jaguars.com, and we'll get into that coming up with a little bit of sound from that. But one of the classic things that came out of it is Trent Baalke's talking about, they want more this year. Obviously they want more, but he also mentions that he's been driven a bit trying to prove people wrong, and it all goes back to the clown movement, to the clown emojis, to everything that had gone on at the end of 2021. And he had missed that drive some a little bit, Leon. A little fuel.
Yeah, a little motivation. A little motivation, you keep little stuff like that, because it was, 2 years ago where, the Jaguars came off another losing season where we were questioning Baalke and his decisions, if Shad Khan knew what he was doing and all that kind of stuff with the hiring of Urban Meyer. Was just total chaos here in Jacksonville because we were losing games and all that kind of stuff. And then, you Doug Peterson, the hire, and the rest is history. But I mean, listen, I was a player, and this was before the internet, and you get some good old fashioned hate mail. It was nothing more inspiring. It usually came from teams that you beat. Fans sent you the hate mail. Leon, I hate you. You suck. This, now. Well, oh really?
Actual letters.
They took the time out to write the letter and tell me how bad especially I got
lick the envelope, get a stamp,
all
pay
that
for
kind
it.
of stuff. Listen, first of all, I used to get the most hate mail when I left Pittsburgh to come here. So I used to have Pittsburgh Steelers fans send me, tell me I was a traitor, and this, and that, whatever. So that motivated me. I kept it in my locker. I read it anytime I wanted to get inspired. Most of the time you throw that stuff away, but, you always want to play with a little chip on your shoulder.
It could be fuel.
And I can imagine Baalke being the same way, because people were questioning, his position, his talent.
Exactly, whether he should be running the show or
Exactly,
not.
he should be running the show. So.
All right, so let's get that coming up. We want to hear from him, and then also another guy in the NFL goes in on a Jaguar as well, and it all has to do with dollars. So we'll do that coming up. Welcome to a Friday. You can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Big hair, heavy metal. We'll throw some music at you. You can hit JJ the DJ. Let him know what you want to hear to get you, just kind of get you juiced for this Friday. A beautiful day on the First Coast.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. Sports sounds better on radio.
I love it.
You get the most live sports on 1010XL.
Mia O'Brien here for my friends at Duck Duck Rooter, the experts when it comes to all things relating to plumbing and septic. Maybe you're planning a full plumbing repipe for your older home, or you need help with a new septic system installation. Duck Duck Rooter can handle it. From septic tank pump outs, drain field installations, clog drain, new water heater installations, they do it all. Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So when you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Now, a Masters Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie.
From the Augusta National Golf Club, Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the Masters. I'm Ted Emmerich. Storms continue to hold off in the second round. The sun is out, not much wind, kind of like Thursday. Tiger Woods needs favorable conditions as he tees off later this hour. Woods at 2 over par after his worst opening round score here in almost 2 decades.
Had two 3-putts and consequently in a couple over par, but I didn't hit my irons close enough today. I didn't give myself very good looks. Need to do a better job of that going forward. Hopefully get myself back in this tournament.
Well, Tiger is 14 shots off the lead that's held by Brooks Koepka at the moment. Top 50 and ties make the cut, and right now Tiger is tied for 50th. You're listening to coverage of the 2023 Masters on Westwood One.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better? Or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Augusta National was proactive with rain in the forecast today. Tee times were moved up 30 minutes. Brooks Koepka went out early this morning, and he's on his way to posting a number that might be hard to catch with the weather changing. Let's check the leaderboard, sponsored by Dell. For your small business needs, call a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. Koepka now 12 under par here in the second round. He is 5 under through 15, a birdie at 2. An eagle at 8, a birdie at 13, a birdie at 15. So taking care of the par 5s here at Augusta National. He's 5 under on those 4 holes, and it's a 4-shot lead for Koepka over Jason Day, who with a birdie at 12 is 3 under today, 8 under for the tournament. Victor Hovland and Jon Rahm yet to tee off here in the second round. They're 7 under, 5 back. Colin Morikawa, the 2-time major champion, is 5 under. That's 7 off the lead, along with the amateurs. Sam Bennett from Texas A&M. Bennett 1 under today through 8. Sam Burns also at 5 under, and so is Cameron Young, who will tee off at 1:18 Eastern. From Augusta, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Crystal, COO with Remedy Staffing. As employers, labor trends continue to keep us guessing. Is the job market strong? And what is worker availability going to look like? Well, February's BLS job report indicated that we have a hot job market and that Jacksonville's unemployment rate is 2.5%, 1% lower than our national average. So if you are interested in workforce solutions and how our team can help you, please call or text me at 904-329-9802.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Masters Week is here. Tiger is back in the field. Some of the Live Golf guys are playing a major for the first time. This is going to be must-see TV. Mia here, and if you haven't signed up for MyBookie, you need to sign up. You can bet long odds for big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners, first-round leaders, and live betting, too. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet for MyBookie, do it now for Masters Week. The weather in Augusta is looking a little shaky, likely going to rain all week, so there may be some chaos. Take advantage of it. Cam Smith, last year's Open champion winner and third-place finisher at Augusta last year, paying at 27-1. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL. This is one of the most fun betting weeks of the year. Bet the Masters anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
What states have the highest and lowest percentage of senior citizens? The answer next.
If you haven't stayed on top of your coverage responsibilities for your family's home, you really should review it annually. Renew with confidence or call us and let Southern Oak answer your questions. We'll save you money.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Head to Utah, which has the lowest percentage of 65-plus adults. Maine, on the other hand, has the highest number.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Have breakfast with a Hall of Famer.
Hope you like scrambled eggs.
Just don't spill anything on his yellow jacket.
So you don't think that it's a good idea?
Breakfast with Baselli.
Brought to you by
Epstein & Robbins DUI Defense Firm. Monday morning
on 1010XL.
Hey folks, you ever search why Shark Coatings is the best? Well, one of the many reasons is our polyurea. We don't just buy it from anyone who has it in stock. We custom blend ours, specializing between summer and winter blend, providing you with the best product for our area. After grinding the concrete, that polyurea will form a permanent bond at the molecular level and will not pull away like epoxy. With Shark Coatings, not only will your garage look awesome, but your pool deck, patio, or driveway will too. See how Shark Coatings can make a difference for you. Call, click, or text today.
The next time you have an orthopedic injury, call Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. That's what we do. I'm Bob Arablo, president of Your Jacksonville Icemen. We've been using them to take care of our athletes, and you can rely on them to take care of yours.
This is Dr. George Acevedo of Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Thanks to all of the athletes who ask us to help them get back on their feet.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Do you have a VA loan? In this housing market, homeowners with VA loans have access to a ton of instant cash. Hey, it's Prosser here. Do you need cash to pay off credit cards and other high-interest loans? Does a check for 80 or 90 grand sound about right now? Well, Loan Pronto is helping veterans every day get the money they need with a quick and easy zero-cost cash-out refi with zero closing costs. With a VA loan, it's really cool because you can access up to 100% of your home's value. Use that money to pay off credit cards, home equity lines, car loans, consolidate all your payments into one check per month, and close in 2 weeks. Most homeowners who do this end up cutting their overall monthly payments by $800. Loan Pronto's all-digital process makes it fast and easy. They're doing loans with super low APRs, and they love working with veterans. Call now to see what your options are. Call Loan Pronto at 999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Now is the best time to visit CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. With any new outdoor kitchen purchase, you can receive a Gosney Rockbox pizza oven for free. Only until April 20th. You dream it, they build it at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Hey there, all you sports dads rocking the best dad bod possible. We love seeing you eat tacos by the handful, and we love it when you bring your kids here too. For years, Lucy claimed that her favorite thing on the menu was sopapillas, with a big scoop of ice cream. I know that's not a taco, but that never stopped her. I was shooting for Dad of the Year anyway, so I just let it happen. Taco Lou's a great place to bring the family. There's something for everyone, as long as it starts with a taco. And a margarita for mom is always a good thing. At Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's a Big Hair Heavy Metal Friday on XL Primetime.
I enjoy looking at the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures and seeing plenty of Big Hair Heavy Metal Friday song suggestions. JJ the DJ, they're spelling it Jayjay. Do you approve of this?
That's fine.
Okay.
Especially in his DJ.
Yeah, that's his DJ name. So you can hit him up at 641-1010 with whatever Big Hair Heavy Metal Friday songs you're thinking.
The weirdest spelling I've ever seen my name, and my fiance has this as me in her phone because she thought it was so funny, is someone typed out Jay letter J.
That is pretty good.
That's a DJ name. That's a DJ name. I like that.
Like at a hotel, they did
I
that.
do love that you nailed fiance this time.
Yeah, I know.
I
my
did. I've
fiance.
been working on it.
Wasn't my
in her
girl.
phone.
Wasn't my boo.
fiance's phone.
I love that.
I bet you rehearsed that. My fiance's phone.
I'm just
I look
waiting.
at myself in the mirror now.
Wait.
We are
Does she
going
walk
back.
around at parties and say, my fiance?
Well, see, we're going to Ocala this weekend for Easter.
Yes.
So this is like family's there, and this might be the first time I have to introduce her.
So JJ's in the mirror this morning. Hey, this is my fiance.
Don't say girlfriend.
Hang on.
Don't say girlfriend.
Because to take our nooners behind the curtain here, we were giving JJ some flack earlier in the week during our pre-show meeting because he hasn't had to introduce Blake to anyone new, and so therefore he hasn't said, "This is my fiance."
Just the radio audience.
All right,
Just
so
the tens of thousands.
It's
of
coming.
listeners.
It's coming this weekend.
Are you going to go with J-A-Y''J or
That's a good one.
Yeah, J-A-Y-J?
You never know with the way kids' names are. Like Lil Jordan, who's that? The Texas guy?
Yeah, Lil Jordan
Lil
Humphrey.
Jordan.
Yeah, and remember we were laughing about the NCAA tournament bit that was on Instagram What's his name?
Oh, Key and Peele.
Yeah, yeah.
They do the best
It is
names,
just-
athlete names.
It is just so good. It
You
is
can-
so good.
You can hit the text line Design a Lifetime Enclosure 641-1010 with those song suggestions, or if you have a suggestion of how JJ should spell his DJ name, we gladly accept those at 641-1010. We also will accept them on our YouTube live stream. That's right,
Oh, yeah,
folks.
yeah,
In case you've missed it, the 1010XL live cam is live right now. You can check out the four of us here on Primetime as well as the rest of the programming here from 1010XL headquarters. Just head on over to 1010XL on YouTube and click the live tab, and that is where you will find us. Speaking of You Are Looking Live, The Hunt, Season 2, last night, with a dramatic open to begin this season.
Really good.
Very dramatic. I actually have some inside scoop I want to provide you guys after we listen to the open to The Hunt, Episode 1.
Some fan sent that to me. It was a little clown figurine, and I said, you know what? I'm going to put it there to remind myself every day, why I come to work, what my purpose is, I guess. It's prove them wrong.
So that is Jaguars general manager Trent Baalke.
Lloyd just said that's his purpose, to
Right.
prove him wrong.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
it. I
Maybe
love
all
it.
he needed
I'm
was a
fired
little
up.
fire. So two things. One, I want to shout out at WillP888 on Twitter. Because, folks,
Of course, Will.
we found the guy that we are assuming sent the clown doll to Trent Baalke that is now sitting on his desk. So he pulled up his Amazon order.
Right.
The order date, December 28th, 2021, for $7.31. He sent to TIAA Bank Field a Bozo foam squeeze toy that is about 5 inches in height. And we're assuming, when you look at the video and you look at the receipt from Amazon, it's the same clown.
Is it that easy to just send Trent Baalke stuff?
Well,
little
it got
did we
through,
know.
I mean, isn't
security.
that like the president? Like you can't do things
I
like
thought
that?
it was on the level of
JJ,
that.
this is security like this. You see him? He's just shaking
Shake
it,
it.
seeing what
No.
it is,
Wow.
wanding it, and then sending it on in for
With a
info
return
back.
address.
Yeah.
I don't know if he put the return address.
I mean, at that point in time, you really did have to be careful with what Baalke was receiving in the mail
better
from
believe it.
fans.
True, yeah, absolutely.
And you had to, like, if you're a security guard, you got to be a little nervous about shaking that.
Absolutely. And what was that thing back in, like, after 9/11? Everyone was like, check your mail for
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Well, I'm sure they opened it up, and when they saw it was just a doll, I mean, you would think that they maybe they.
And they still gave it to him.
Well, they probably at that time said, I don't know. Trent might be into, I don't know.
I would be interested to know what curse word he said when he unraveled that.
Yeah.
He had to say one.
That would probably fall in the SOB
Oh,
category,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you think?
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd be concerned there's something in the Bozo foam squeeze toy, but I guess they checked it and there was nothing in it. They put it through a metal detector and said, "All right, here's
hey,
your toy."
if whoever that guy is that you're giving credit, we need to get him on the show. If he has a little camera inside there, can we get a picture of the draft board? Can we get the draft board and just let us know where he's going?
I don't think from what he tweeted, I don't think it was that high tech, but he
Yeah.
did tweet out the receipt yesterday, and he goes, "My apology letter is in the mail, Trent."
Huh. All right, so just hit us on the text line. Do you like the fact? And look, there are countless Jaguar fans out there that are Nooners, all of Duval. Do you love the fact that you did get to him? Because the question was always after the clown movement, all the emojis that were on social media, the parties that was down with Bold City Brigade and all of them when they all dressed up that last game, trying to affect change. Do you love the fact that you actually got to the guy a little bit? And I don't know whether he does his job better or worse, but just from a fan point of view, isn't it good to know that people are listening to you and taking what you say
Right,
seriously?
well, I mean, how could they not have gotten to him? There was like 5,000 people with clown masks on in the stadium.
Yeah.
He had to have. He had to have understood what it was all about.
And
right?
my stance,
And what's funny is that it was a televised game, and they were trying to do everything they could to make sure that they did not show the clown face.
But what's funny, Leon, because I was at that point still working in local
Yeah.
news, they had a national CBS crew, like part of the broadcast crew, but they had a separate crew that was walking around the tailgate looking for the clowns.
Oh, were they?
So as much as they wouldn't show them on the actual
yeah, they
game,
wouldn't show them in the game.
they had a crew out there looking to film the clowns.
And I said at the time, and we were all together and basically simply saying he was the last guy that you could blame because Urban was gone. And so there was this hate. You couldn't necessarily direct it straight at Shad Khan. Shad's the owner, and you weren't going to touch the stash. So you were finding someone to with good old-fashioned sports hate, someone to go after. And then you have the social media strength that the Jaguar fan has shown over and over and over. You come at us, we're coming at you. And this was the guy. He was a soft target. He was the last guy standing in the building, and they wanted to affect change. Now, did they get rid of him? No. But did they affect change? You could probably argue they did.
I like this one from 9817 on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures, who says, "The sand that irritates the clam creates the pearl," hoping that Balky continues to create plenty of pearls.
Yeah, a little agitation. There's nothing wrong with it because it makes you work a little bit harder, makes you appreciate the job that you have. And look, from a general manager point of view, he had been one before. He and Harbaugh had all sorts of history out there in San Francisco. We all know that Harbaugh left and then he left. And then he comes here, maybe kind of quietly under the Dave Caldwell pyramid of power, and then he rises to the top, and he's got a chance to change the way people view him, and right now he has.
And look, I don't want to speak for Trent Baalke, but I will tell you this. For me, the most revealing moment of the hunt last night was when they're filming him at the Combine, and he drops a couple cuss words, and he goes, "Hey, are you going to film this part? Hey, did you get that? Did you get that?" I can tell you right now, folks, that Trent Baalke of 1 year ago does not do that.
Yeah.
So whether you believe it's because they're picking pick 24 and they had a winning season, or if it's because truly the clown movement and all the angst, and I'm going to take you behind the curtain even further, certain members of the media taking him aside and saying, take a deep breath. It's okay to smile. It's okay to have conversations with people. Did that change his perspective? Again, I don't want to speak for the guy, but I can just tell you that would not have happened this time last year.
Well, listen, when you win a couple of ball games, you strut in the room a little differently.
Yeah.
This Jaguar team over the last couple of years, I'm sure when they got with other teams, everybody knew they sucked. They couldn't flex their chests and walk with no stroll and no swag. Now that you got Trevor's playing well, you got Doug Peterson, you win divisional game, you win the division, you win the divisional game. Next time around, when you walk into the room, you got a little swag about you.
Yahtzee. That is 100% what it is. The tail is up instead of tucked underneath. And so, honestly, W's and L's decide whether you're a success or a failure in this business. And so, picking first. This was a crappy situation. You win, you're a playoff bound, or you're in the playoffs, not just playoff bound. You're in the playoffs and you win. Well, then heck yeah, you walk with a little air of confidence, like, okay, we're going in the right place, instead of everyone pointing the finger at us and saying you suck.
I mean,
and it ain't happening as much anymore, thankfully.
Again, taking you behind the scenes, like I can just tell you in my workings with Trent, and again, I know it's publicly known that I was very outspoken against, someone has to pay for the repercussions of at least give us some transparency, because there was none this time last year. And I can tell you this, like, Trent has changed in his approach of how he speaks with myself and some other members of, the beat community. I think he's more open. We saw him out at Lemon Bar last summer, and everyone was going nuts over that. Like, I think that was all before they started winning games, for what it's worth. Like, I have seen a change in the man, and that is very encouraging. And certainly I think Leon makes a very, very important point that wins are part of that. But I don't know what it was, if it was the clowns or if it was a conversation, but I have seen him change. And I think I think that's a good thing.
No, it's definitely a good thing. I think it's the sum total of everything. Really, it is, because you were hated because the job that you were doing, or the people around you, all the collective was not winning, not doing anything well. And so now you have success. You can stand on your success. People like to see you instead of throw darts at you. And so now you've got a football team that you can be proud of. And I do think that drives individuals. And here's the other part of this, Leon, is that Doug Peterson's personality and influence has helped Trent Baalke, because he's open, he's warm and inviting to a fan base, and he has results. Okay? And I do think that he's helped Trent say, hey, we can have fun while we're doing this instead of stressing out all the time.
Yeah, I think Doug has brought some stability, because everything that you hear from the players when it comes to Doug Peterson is that he stays the same. Whether you win or lose, he stays the same. And I'm sure when you've got a working relation with the GM, I'm sure that kind of calmness has got to be prevalent to Trent Baalke and some of the. Why are you laughing?
I love how y'all are like giving him like excuses and stuff. You know why? You know why he's more.
Tell me why.
He's more confident because his draft picks hit. His free agents hit, and they're winning games.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said all that. I mean,
those aren't excuses. That's
you guys are
reality.
saying, maybe Doug's rubbed off on him a little bit, and he's a nicer guy.
I think
Hey, you got to go back to that when Doug did the thing when he was mic'd up at training camp, and he was like, he pulled Trent aside and he goes, "Wave to the cameras, Trent Baalke, everyone."
Oh,
And you could
he's
tell
had an
Trent was
impact on
you could
him.
tell Trent was a little stiff.
Yeah.
And Doug, so I do think there's some Doug.
Yeah,
impact
and look,
there.
winning solves everything. Okay, instead of like you go for a nice steak, right? And you're going wherever, and you're down. We mentioned Peach. You're down at the corner. You're going into one of the nice places. You look for a table in the back of the room,
Sure.
so you don't have people pointing fingers at you and giving you a bunch of crap. Now you walk in and they might applaud you and make sure that you get the best bottle of wine sent
If
over.
you nail
whatever.
3 receivers in free agency,
And so
If
there's
your
no
corner
question.
develops into one of the best corners in the league,
I mean, that's we if you are winning, you are a more powerful presence in the room every single time.
And that's why I was wondering when the Jaguars were losing, I was wondering where would the players show their face? I mean, because
you said that many times.
Yeah, where would the players show their face? Because I hadn't seen them in the 2 years that when they were losing, I had never seen them around and about. But last year when they started winning some games, I'm not going to say the names of who I saw, but they were out.
Yeah.
They were out amongst the natives, and it was good to see.
Didn't one of them kind of like confronted you, didn't he?
No, none of that.
Not confront, but
Did you see Leon's face? No.
No.
Now, by
I'll
the way,
just show love.
Yeah, and we're not going to name the guys, but they'd come out in a celebratory mood because they were
Yeah,
winning big ball
absolutely,
games.
absolutely.
And then therefore a little respect was paid to the guys that paved the way, which was nice. And them also understanding they got to get the job done. And look, that happens late at night. Were you out late last night?
Yeah, I was out late. I told JJ this story in the projection room. So last night, one of my cigar buddies, it was his birthday, right?
Yeah.
So, we're at the cigar lounge. We're having a couple of tequilas and drinks and stuff like that. So I go home a little early.
Tequila's dangerous, bro.
I know it is very, very dangerous. So I go in
Knife
there,
and a fork with
and
that
I'm
drink.
looking in the refrigerator, and I'm
to
saying,
kill you. There's a reason they call it
it's
that.
late, and I've had a few, right?
So
to commit to a sandwich was going to take too long. I didn't feel like I was going to take too long.
So
right?
you were so tossed, you didn't have time to make a sandwich.
It was too much. I just needed some
sustenance.
Sustenance.
You
I
wanna
did.
open the
right?
door and
so
take a bite.
There you go. So what I did is I threw a couple of dogs in the microwave.
Wait, well, that's a sandwich.
In the microwave.
I threw them in
Not a
the microwave
sandwich.
for about 3
Okay.
minutes.
Go
Throw them in the microwave
Or
for about
they're
3 minutes.
pre-cooked.
Yes.
Okay.
So I threw them in the microwave where I grab a couple slices of bread, and then I grab something out the refrigerator, all right, which I think is ketchup. So I go into my room. The room is dark, and I'm laying in the bed right there, and I'm putting the dog in the
This
bread.
is next level, by
And
the way.
I squeeze
You heard
the
the
thing.
squirt.
I squeeze it into the
You heard the
thing.
squirt. Yeah.
Squirt, right? So I take a bite into it, and I look at my sandwich. I say, "What the hell is this?" And it's grape jelly. And then, so what I did is I committed to it. I finished.
Hell yeah, you did.
And you know what you just did?
Ain't good?
Hey, you just invented a sandwich.
I
is what you
did. I
just
did.
Yeah, some food truck
it any
will have
good?
that by next
It
week.
was all right. I was fully committed to
It
it.
doesn't sound terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, I'm trying to, a little Cersei something. So a little Cersei something in the dark in the food truck.
I love that you got it to your dark room.
Cersei
Yeah.
something.
And you squirted it in the dark.
In the dark.
And you're laying on the bed.
Laying on the bed.
It's
Oh
a
my
hot
God, that's
dog.
so
Is it a hot dog, white slice, and grape
Yes,
jelly?
and grape jelly.
Well, so here's
Your
the.
lady must have been really turned on.
Have you guys heard of the? My mom's big thing
Amen.
is on charcuterie boards doing the cream cheese and the pepper jelly. That's like all the rage
Oh, the
now.
pepper jelly definitely is
Pepper
something
jelly
else.
and the hot
You
dog.
probably would like
Pepper
that.
jelly, huh?
Yeah, if we switch the grape out for the pepper jelly, then
Get you
I think we're cooking with gas
Like
here.
in the Og, they will have some of that
Yep,
daddle pepper
they do.
jelly,
Oh,
which is
okay.
it's good.
That's where I think we're going to be cooking with gas.
Yeah. And so you
hey.
might be able to work that. Now, don't take the grape jelly off of that.
No.
Just put that daddle pepper jelly on top of it.
There you go.
I do think we start small, maybe
Grape
food
jelly
truck,
dog.
maybe we open a window here at 1010. But JJ did say to us earlier in the week, commercial real estate is dropping in price. So maybe our time is coming. The Primetime restaurant.
Emmanuel chiming in the saucy Cersei.
Yeah,
Saucy
I like that.
Cersei.
I like that. We can come up with something that's pretty good, but just something in the dark too. We need
Here
to
we
figure
go.
that
Here's
out.
one from on the
Yeah.
text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures, Joe. 5865 says, call it the late night Leon.
Oh,
Wait, all right, let me ask you
that's
something now.
good.
Let me ask you. I got to ask you this.
Good. That's good.
When you were late, were you fully clothed laying in your bed when you were doing this?
Oh, he had his shirt off.
Just hang on a second. Were you fully clothed?
I can't believe you
I had
asked
my
that
boxers.
question. Yeah.
Of course.
So I knew you were either going to be fully clothed because you were still so tossed you couldn't deal, or you were just going to be so you just boxers.
Naked.
Just boxes.
So crumbs
everywhere.
That's very hacker. That's all I got to say, man.
Well, listen.
No,
late,
listen. First
late
of all,
night, it does not belong to one individual. Okay, late
No,
night.
it doesn't, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying.
Listen, you clean
There are
up.
crumbs
you clean
in
up
everybody's bed late
Listen,
night.
you clean up in the morning.
Yeah. Late night,
late
I
night,
go in there with a bag of those, cheap Tostitos or whatever.
There you go.
I
Do
got
you
crunches
really?
everywhere.
You like eating your bed?
Oh yeah.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
By the way, for what it's worth, our
You eat in your bed?
TLD will bring a bag of chips in there all day long.
our YouTube live numbers just shot up as we were having this discussion about the hot dogs. So, hey, anybody who says you shouldn't have video for radio, here you go. This is the reason. We'll take you behind the curtain. We'll show you how the sausage is
I'm
made.
actually
hang on a second,
really
Mike.
surprised that
Like,
she
so
lets
just-
you eat in bed. I'm surprised that
Right,
she
me
eats
too.
in bed with you.
So just snacks, or like you take a piece of pizza in there? What do you do?
Listen, I shouldn't give this away about her, but she's got that late night munchie in
Right.
Sweet tooth.
And so she might
She might be like 100 pounds, but so fine.
yeah, she's slight and
Right.
and beautiful. And so she might go wavy lays late at night, and
Right.
then she's also a milk and chip girl. And like
Gotta have the milk.
Milk
Yeah.
with potato
yeah,
chips?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Little milk and chip girl. But
That is crazy.
like,
but I don't
I'm-
want to say anything about your.
yeah.
Is she bringing like a pint in bed too with some ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Well,
sounds
that-
delicious.
Yeah, that definitely.
With
I
milk.
think I crushed one the other night and finished it off. Oh yeah, last little bit of it. Yes. That's always
Aren't you
possible.
done? Like once you hit bed, aren't you done? That's it, done. I mean,
like-
except for shimmy sham, but aren't you done?
Right, yeah. If I'm in my cups, then anything goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew. I already
If I'm
knew
in
what
my
time it
cup.
was.
Anything goes.
Matt, you let the dogs in your bed though.
Yeah,
Not all
Normally-
the time, all right? Not all the time.
By
I'd
the
much
way-
rather have crumbs than dogs.
Yeah, I was gonna say the dogs would appreciate the crumbs though.
They
would.
would.
They would,
They would
be
clean
able
them
to-
up,
They would
too.
be able to handle that. All right, we've got to get to a Masters up.
We do, which it's going to be an exciting one because Brooks Koepka, now on hole 18 at Augusta National, 12 under. That is 3 shots ahead of Jason Day, who, of course, as we said, our boy Carney projected would be in the mix here, and sure enough, he is once more. That is a 5 under round for Brooks so far with 1 hole still to play. 4 under for Jason Day. He is through 13. It's XL Primetime on a beautiful Big Hair Heavy Metal Friday. Keep those song suggestions coming on the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. You also can find us on our YouTube live stream at 1010XL.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers. Now, a Masters Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie.
From the Augusta National Golf Club, Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the Masters. I'm Ted Emmerich. John Rahm about a half hour away from teeing off in the second round. He hopes to repeat everything he did Thursday outside of the double bogey at 1.
It's still a long way to go. I'm obviously super happy with it. Then I didn't expect to hit a grade 3 with a good second shot and 4-putt the first hole, but to overcome that and shoot 9 under on the next 17 holes was something to be proud of. And I'm really happy I started the way I did and gave myself a solid start to the week.
Yeah, Rahm shooting 7 under 65 to tie for the overnight lead, but the Spaniard will need another low score today to keep up with Brooks Koepka. The 4-time major winner has moved to 12 under. He's 5 under today through 17. That's 5 shots better than Rahm and Victor Hovland, 3 better than Jason Day. You're listening to coverage of the 2023 Masters on Westwood One.
Do you want to know what's trending now? You can defer payments of a full NetSuite implementation for 6 months. No payments and no interest for 6 months. This is a big deal. NetSuite by Oracle has never made an offer like this in its 22 years as the leading cloud financial system. 33,000 companies have already upgraded to NetSuite, gaining visibility and control over their financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. Everything they need to reduce manual processes, boost efficiency, build forecasts, and increase productivity across every department. In fact, almost 90% of finance leaders agree that NetSuite helps them reduce manual data entry time. Whether your business generates millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, take advantage of this special financing offer of no payments or no interest for 6 months at netsuite.com/golf. That's netsuite.com/golf. netsuite.com/golf.
Brooks Koepka has gone from winning at Orange County National on the Live Tour last week to leading at Augusta National. Let's check the leaderboard, sponsored by NetSuite. Head to netsuite.com/golf for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. That's netsuite.com/golf. Koepka 12 under, bogey-free today in the second round through 17 holes. Jason Day is 3 back at 9 under. Day is 4 under through 13. Once again, the course is ripe for scoring. No wind. The weather hasn't arrived yet. At 7 under, Victor Hovland and John Rahm both have yet to tee off here in the second round. Texas A&M fifth-year senior Sam Bennett alone in 5th at 6 under. Scotty Scheffler 4-putted at 9, missing 2 putts from within 5 feet. A double bogey there for the defending champion. Scheffler down to 2 under, 10 off the lead, and Rory McIlroy keeps sinking. 4 bogeys on the first 9. Rory is 4 over par. From Augusta, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
The Internal Revenue Service is reported to be receiving $80 billion in additional funding for the 2022 tax year for unpaid tax enforcement. There has never been a budget increase this large in the history of the IRS. All of this funding is for more revenue officers and collecting delinquent taxes. If you owe the IRS, you have a short time to get your tax issues resolved or face financial devastation. J. David Tax Law is right here in Jacksonville and provides tax relief for all personal payroll and sales tax problems. They've achieved thousands of successful outcomes for their clients, and that's why their reputation speaks for itself. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, do your research to see why J. David Tax Law is the most effective option to relieve your tax burden. Call J. David Tax Law at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Monahan Jewelers is your local family jeweler for 44 years with a huge selection of GIA-certified diamonds, gold, fine gemstone and diamond jewelry, and designer brands from all over the world. With our interest-free financing, we make it easy to acquire the perfect gift. Monahan Jewelers also specializes in custom jewelry design with thousands of customers all across Jacksonville. Come experience our beautiful selection of fine jewelry at your local family jeweler, Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Let's fire up the flavor and ignite those appetites. Let's slow down and smell the barbecue. Because all your favorites are smoked for hours and ready for eating when you are. From our famous ribs to slow smoked pork. Enjoy some perfection by the plateful, safely in our dining room or in the comfort of your home. With curbside pickup, drive-through, and delivery. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
The Icemen are home this Friday and Saturday as they battle the Atlanta Gladiators at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Saturday is a hockey doubleheader as our local firefighters and EMTs square off with local police in the annual Guns N' Hoses charity hockey game at 3. Then stay for the Icemen at 7. A ticket to the Icemen gets you into both games. Proceeds go to JSO and JFRD supported charities. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com or call 602-POP. Icemen hockey is #lights out.
Mia O'Brien here, and let me tell you, Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic is a whole lot more than just a catchy jingle. A couple weeks ago, I started smelling something funky in my backyard and washing machine. So I gave Jeff and the gang at Duck Duck a call. Not only did they send a highly skilled technician to my house right away, he cleaned out my septic tank within a few hours. Folks, it's more than just a jingle. When you get stuck, just call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
There's a reason it's called Student Athlete.
Listen for the High School Scholar Athlete Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 on 1010XL.
Children under 5 die from drowning in Florida more than any other state. Together, we can reduce the risk of drowning. The YMCA has programs accessible to families that teach essential water safety skills. Face the water with confidence. Learn more at watersafetyflorida.org.
Mia Mia here. This Easter, hop on in to Arlington Toyota for Easter savings on Arlington's entire new and used selection. That's 400 new Toyotas and 400 premium pre-owned, all makes, all models. And every new and pre-owned purchase comes with 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it for one that you do. Arlington's sales department is open after church on Easter Sunday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com. And happy Easter from everyone at Arlington Toyota.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Barry here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pick up basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Barry Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at barryorthopedics.com.
Masters Week is here. Tiger is back in the field. Some of the Live Golf guys are playing a major for the first time. This is going to be must-see TV. Mia here, and if you haven't signed up for MyBookie, you need to sign up. You can bet long odds for big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners, first-round leaders, and live betting, too. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet for MyBookie, do it now for Masters Week. The weather in Augusta is looking a little shaky, likely going to rain all week, so there may be some chaos. Take advantage of it. Cam Smith, last year's Open champion winner and third-place finisher at Augusta last year, paying at 27-1. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL. This is one of the most fun betting weeks of the year. Bet the Masters anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Calling all Buffalo Bills, Annie Oakley's sharpshooters, and amateur marksmen. Join some fun folks for an afternoon of competitive clay shooting to benefit Operation New Uniform, providing transformative training and career services to empower veterans and military spouses to successfully transition from military service to a meaningful career. Friday, April 28th at Clay Target Sports on a state-of-the-art 15-station sporting clay course. Register at onvet.org.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update brought to you by Northern Tool and Equipment. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. JU Baseball announces time changes for this weekend's games due to impending weather. Today's game will be at 2 p.m. and Saturday's game will be moved up to 11 a.m. The Jumbo Shrimp have dropped the first three of the series against the Bulls. They will now continue the series tonight at 7:05. Gator Baseball continues their series also against Tennessee, coming off a win and wins in 8 of their last 9 games. Number 3 Gators look to continue that streak tonight. First pitch 7 p.m. That'll be on 1010 a.m. Tomorrow's game at 2 will be on 1010XL. UNF Baseball continue their series against Jacksonville State at home. First pitch at 6:05. Ospreys took game 1 against the Gamecocks last night. It's 84 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time and temper brought to you by Bueller Air Condition. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's a big hair, heavy metal Friday on XL Primetime.
Hanging out on a beautiful Friday, Good Friday. We welcome you to XL Primetime in the 1 o'clock hour, streaming on YouTube. You can go to our YouTube 1010XL page. Say hello. We'd love for you to interact there. You can get the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Jump in on that front. We've been talking Masters. We've been talking Jacksonville Jaguars. Trent Baalke saying that the clown emoji motivates him on a daily basis to, quote, prove him wrong. Attaboy, Lloyd.
Daily.
Attaboy.
Daily.
Yeah. He just says that
was in his head.
That's his purpose, which is pretty cool. And then we mentioned that there's another Jaguar that someone else went in on, one Christian Kirk. So we'll load that up coming up in just a bit. Now, we've been talking mainly Jaguar football. There are some spring games that are taking place. We'll touch on that a little bit. We've got news about Anthony Richardson and his travel plans, or I should say other guys' travel plans. Like jet service from Indianapolis landed in Gainesville. When was that? Was
Tuesday.
that Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Because then they were in Lexington with Will Levis on Wednesday.
Yeah, and so right now, Jet Irsay is going all over the place trying to figure out who they're going to select with that number 4 pick overall, where they're going to, if they move, what they might do. And Anthony Richardson is part of that plan, part of a lot of other teams' plans. So who is it? Cameron Wolf is putting out where his itinerary is over the next.
Cameron Wolf of NFL Network tweeting out the full itinerary for Anthony Richardson's top 30 pre-draft visits. To no surprise, he is visiting with the Raiders in Las Vegas today. Obviously, they hold the number 7 overall pick. Who their quarterback will be, nobody really knows. He visits with the Carolina Panthers Sunday and Monday, and then he visits in Indianapolis with the Colts Tuesday and Wednesday. Things get interesting, and this is where I want to have our conversation, boys. The following week, the week of April 16th, Anthony Richardson will visit with the Titans, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Baltimore Ravens. So, number 1, no Houston Texans in that list, so that's interesting because they obviously hold the number 2 overall pick. But secondly, those last 3 teams, I know the Falcons own the number 8 pick. There's been smoke about the Titans moving up. The Ravens, Lamar, where are you, buddy? Like, what are we doing? And so I'm just curious, your thoughts on seeing those 3 names also popping up, knowing full well, Leon, like Coach Campo told us yesterday, a lot of times pre-draft visits are either to answer questions or to even create a smokescreen.
Yeah, I mean, they could be tedious on a player. It can also be it can be a little overwhelming. I mean, teams do this to see how prompt you are, how engaged you are. I mean, because some of these teams fully know that they don't have a shot at you, but they want to entertain you and see if you're worth taking that shot. Listen, a guy like Bryce Young, if someone out the top 10 is interviewing Bryce Young, he's just that team is just putting the task being tedious to see how players react.
Unless they jump up to get it.
Unless they jump up to get it. Absolutely. Unless they jump up to get them. And you've got to be a professional about it. You can't turn down any visits. I mean, because that'll make national news if you turn down any visits. But, you know, they want to see what they're doing is they're character evaluating a lot of these players. They put them in situations, like I told you, with the Steelers, restaurant situations, talk to you, get to know your family. What kind of plans do you have, you know, once you get this money?
Right.
All that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure if with me personally, I didn't do any board work. I mean, it's not much board work you can do as far as alignment go.
Right.
But, you know, they want to interact with you. They want to show you the facilities. They want to commit to win and tell you, even though they're at the top 10, most of the teams in the top 10 are losing organizations. They want to let you know we're committed to winning. You come here, you're going to be a big piece of that and all that kind of stuff. It's usually in a very, very relaxing setting or whatever. But it's tedious on the player. I mean, you're saying what? Anthony Richardson has what? Top 30
Top
visits?
30 visits, yep.
30?
Yeah,
No. So that's just what they call it.
They
They
okay,
call
they just
them
call it top 30.
Yeah.
So-
He does not have 30
Oh, yeah,
visits.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I mean, he might do how many visits? Maybe 10, 8 to 10,
Yeah,
something like
you're
that?
allowed 30, and that will take you through your draft. So they're thinking about what they're going to do in the second round, third round, fourth round, maybe with some of these visits. But the other part of this is that I keep calling him Young Frankenstein because he's kind of, in a way, been created in a lab because he was not necessarily the best player on the field consistently enough. Not enough starts, not enough success, big games, some big stats, other big games, not so much. And so he is the great unknown. He's an enigma, as Dicko would say. And that's what people are trying to figure out, whether they want to pull the trigger on that selection.
Yeah, but offensive coordinators have egos. Super. Probably egos bigger than head coaches. And I'm sure any offensive coordinator who's going to be working with him is letting the head coach know, listen, coach, I can do something with this kid. I know he doesn't have all the experience. I know he's only started 13 games. I know his completing percentage was only 54%. But, you know, and it's going to be a lot – unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of blaming on Florida.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And look, it may be warranted, it may not be.
Yeah.
But Matt and I go back and forth. You know, what happens if he shines? Or are they going to blame Billy? Because Billy was basically in charge of him. Well, I am just like everybody else out there, wondering what is possible with Anthony Richardson, and if he were to turn a major corner, it would blow everybody's mind. I really think it would. But at that point, then I'll say, hey, Billy, hey, Dan, what in the H were you doing? But I'm still more focused on the individual with a couple of different coaching staffs that have struggled to get consistency and great play.
Better start doing the same thing with Graham Mertz.
Yeah. Oh,
more
yeah.
than what can come from
Yeah,
him.
listen, if Graham Mertz is in the top 5 at the end of the year,
if he's in the top 5 of SEC quarterbacks, he should be doing backflips.
Yeah, exactly. What creation will that be? Look, I'm not blaming Billy on anything until I see what his product looks like and then what Anthony Richardson looks like once he gets to the league. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
Well, I mean, honestly, to be fair to Billy Napier, you saw what his product was at Louisiana. You can say, well, that was at Louisiana and the Sun Belt, right? But it's all the same. Mm-hmm. They're playing lower level teams for the most part, and they played really well when they played Power 5 teams in non-conference games. Just look at Levi Lewis. Look at what kind of player he became in that system. Mm-hmm. He was an elite player. Had like 75 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. He was an elite player. So at the very least, you got to give him credit for that, right? Mm-hmm. You got to give him credit for developing a kid who was 5'10" and 180 pounds, and who just basically ruled the Sun Belt for 3 or 4 years. So you got to give him credit for that. Now, can it translate to big boy ball? Let's see. I mean, he's 0 for 1 right now.
Yeah. And look, if the project, the young Frankenstein coming out of the lab, turns into being this great player on the biggest of stages, the next level, the NFL, then they will be on him in a hurry.
Well, he and Dan Mullen, because Dan Mullen's not spared criticism either.
Yeah.
Because
I would be
also,
both of them. That's why I said I can't blame 2 coaches instead of 1 player right now. I just can't. I got to zero in on the 1 player and see whether or not he can prove people wrong, because that's what he's trying to do right now, is just prove that he is something other than what you saw, which was a half good, half bad quarterback on a college football field.
So let's look at the other side of the coin then. Those the NFL implications of where Anthony Richardson is visiting. Those last 3 teams in particular: Titans, Ravens, and then who did we say that last one was? I'm making sure.
The Raiders are also up there.
So the Raiders he's visiting with today.
Yeah.
But then, hold on, let me double check because I want to make sure I get that right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I naturally I clicked out. Here we go. Titans, Falcons, Ravens. So that's the week of April 16th. So the Falcons have a top 10 pick. They are picking number 8 as of right now in this year's NFL draft. So that one's really not too out of the ordinary, because I could see a scenario where if too many teams have questions, he slides to 8. With the Falcons saying they're not interested in Lamar Jackson, could they be interested in Anthony Richardson? That one makes sense to me. Titans and Ravens would have to make some moves, have to give up some capital to get into that top 10 if they want to select Anthony Richardson, unless it's an Aaron Rodgers, he falls all the way to 20-something. Yeah. I understand the Titans are picking 11th overall, but at the same time, I would think he's not going to be there at 11 from everything we've been told. And so that would say to me that either they're seeing if he's worth moving up for, or they're already interested in it. And we've heard all week about smoke screens of them potentially moving to 3 ahead of the Indianapolis Colts.
I mean, these teams right now, as we have all said, posturing, sending out smoke signals, maybe throwing you off the scent. However you want to describe it, they want you to think a certain way, and then you're probably dodging and ducking and going the other way. But there are also teams that are saying, is he worth the price? Are we going to move up and get him? And what is it going to take? And we mentioned the theory is if the Baltimore Ravens were or not Baltimore, but if Indianapolis were to step in and say, hey, Baltimore, we're taking Lamar from you. Here's that number 4 overall pick. Here's the compensation. Then Baltimore would be in a position to think about selecting Anthony Richardson. That's real if they decide to go in that direction. Now, that would mean Indy would have to move first before the Baltimore Ravens would have to even get into that conversation.
Wasn't this the same scenario with Trey Lance, the enigma? He was the enigma.
Yes,
he was the uncertainty. Only played a certain amount of games. Will someone move up to get him? All that kind of stuff. It feels like that at 2.0. It feels like Trey Lance 2.0 as far as Anthony Richardson goes.
Well, you know where Trey Lance is right now.
He's sitting. He's backing up. Well, to be fair, injuries have
broken ankle. Pretty significant.
Yeah, pretty significant.
But I don't know. I think they have as big a question mark about him right now as they did this time a year ago. They really do. Maybe even more. Because they did get to see a little bit.
Let me just say, but the reality that the 49ers are now playing Mr. Irrelevant, okay? If you're deciding whether you're going to take a chance on this guy or not, at this point, don't you just say, all right, we'll take a chance. If it doesn't work after a year or two, we'll go on. We'll move on. But you're still wasting a year or 2 years. There's no doubt about that. And the 49ers had the luxury of, oh, by the way, they have a great team, so they could do that. And they had another quarterback, so they could bring him along easier. But, I mean, if the teams that are looking at Anthony right now clearly want him, those are teams that need a quarterback.
Yeah, and they need him to start.
They need someone to play
right away.
Right.
Except
so then there's,
except for the Colts, who
you're going to
could
find out
potentially
quickly.
go with Gardner Minshew to start their season.
Oh, you Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because they got Geno, those types of guys. All right, you guys can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Check us out on the YouTube channel, 1010XL, right there on YouTube. We mentioned college ball. Auburn is one of the teams that will have their A-Day game Saturday. We'll touch on them. I'm looking, and I only see a couple of bigger schools that are having games this coming Saturday, but definitely Auburn is one of them, so we'll touch on a couple of those coming up. We mentioned Christian Kirk and the guy talking about him. We'll have that audio for you coming up right here on XL Primetime.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
Anytime Fitness Sawgrass is the preferred gym of yours truly, Mia O'Brien. Strengthen everything from calves to confidence.
The Franchi Show.
We got a nanny. So she is a nanny.
Lauren Brooks.
No. She's not a nanny.
Keeping the boys in line.
Of course she's a nanny.
Afternoons on The Franchi Show.
When does the lying stop?
On 1010XL. Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL. Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing.
Florida baseball improves to 7-0 on the road behind homers from Cade Curlin, Josh Rivera, and BT Riopelle. Number 3 Gators win 6-1 in Game 1 of the series against Tennessee last night. Brandon Sproat remained locked in through the middle innings, holding Vols to their lone run. The Gators continue the series tonight at 7 p.m. You can hear that on 1010 a.m.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie, and I want to thank Coach Ellen and the team at Darley's for providing all the plumbing work for a brand new walk-off charities building that's being built. Being a San Souci guy, I've known the team at Darley's for years. They're a company I trust for my plumbing needs, and you can too.
Thanks for those kind words, Frank. At Darley's Plumbing, we don't just do residential house calls. We're your first draft pick for commercial business plumbing too. Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
Want to upgrade your golf league, charity tournament, or buddy trip to the next level? Jacksonville-based LeaderboardKing.com can automate your registration, process payments, and provide live leaderboards for all games as you play. Go to LeaderboardKing.com.
Hey there, all you sports dads rocking the best dad bod possible. We love seeing you eat tacos by the handful, and we love it when you bring your kids here too. For years, Lucy claimed that her favorite thing on the menu was sopapillas, with big scoop of ice cream. I know that's not a taco, but that never stopped her. I was shooting for Dad of the Year anyway, so I just let it happen. Taco Lou's a great place to bring the family. There's something for everyone, as long as it starts with a taco. And a margarita for mom is always a good thing. At Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
If you've been injured, your insurance company may try to downplay your pain. I'm Holt Harrell, and making sure that you are compensated is what I do. Don't deal with insurance companies alone. Call me, 251-1111. Harrell & Harrell, offices Jacksonville.
Jaguars fans, every day we put together a show just for you.
Talk about a great time.
Join Mike Dempsey, Fat Tony, and E.T. on Jaguars Today.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Every weekday from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Shen Yun, a performance that truly matters to each of us, is coming April 5th to 9th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts and Thrasher Horn Center, Orange Park. Shen Yun revives 5,000 years of civilization through choreographed dance, music combining classical Western and Chinese instruments, in a dynamic 3D backdrop. Come and see it at least once in your lifetime. Tickets at shenyun.com/FL. Get your tickets now. Go to shenyun.com/FL.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Northeast Florida's highest-rated residential home electrical contractor is American Electrical, providing unsurpassed quality in Duval, St. Johns, Clay, and Nassau counties. No matter your electrical problem or project, large or small, American Electrical will get it done at a price that's right. High-quality electrician, that's who they are. Trust a company that's been on the First Coast for decades, proudly serving the community while being a big part of the community. Call American Electrical for all your electric needs at 737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is ready to help. If you need extra cash or a quick loan, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash in hand. They also love to buy items of value. They need gold, silver coins, and flatware, jewelry, guitars, and of course, guns.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, presented by FIS, is home this weekend at 1-to-1 Financial Ballpark. Tonight is Red Shirt Friday with post-game fireworks. Tomorrow, the first 2,000 fans get a T-shirt and more fireworks presented by 1-to-1 Financial and Atlantic Self-Storage. Then on Sunday at 3:05, it's Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day. Egg Hunt on the field before the game, and kids run the bases post-game. Tickets start at just $5.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Looking for a great way for your kids to enjoy sports? Check out I-9 Sports, the way youth sports should be, offering flag football, basketball, soccer, and t-ball in Duval, St. Johns, and Clay County. You can play year-round, fall, winter, spring, and summer seasons with co-ed programs ages 3 to 17. Enter promo code 1010XL to receive $5 off registration. All the details are at i9sports.com.
Don't suffer another day with cheap box store cornhole boards. Order your custom luxury boards from Mystic Cornhole Company right here in Jax. Ask about pro-level bags, lights, score stands, and other accessories. And score with Mystic Cornhole Company.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's a big hair, heavy metal Friday on XL Primetime.
20 minutes past the 1 o'clock hour on a good Friday, a beautiful Friday here in Duval County. Mia O'Brien, Josie, Matt Hayes, Leon Searcy, JJ LaSelva. We are with you until 3 p.m. right here on the Superstation, as well as you can find us on our 1010XL YouTube channel, where we are streaming live each and every show from 1010XL World Headquarters this and every day, Monday to Friday, right here, 1010XL 92.5 FM. You heard a Masters update during that last time out. Brooks Koepka is in the clubhouse, a 12 under through the first 36 holes of this year's Masters, a 5 under round out there today before the inclement weather arrived. Jason Day, 7 under on the round, 2 under today. He is through 15. Again, inclement weather making its way into northeast Georgia, and certainly, Josie, I would think that's going to make some of these groups that are teeing off later. I mean, John Rahm just teed off moments ago. Going to be a tough go for him, Cam Young, some of these other guys that won't be finishing until later on in the afternoon.
Yeah, or tomorrow, depending on how it goes. If they end up, lightning comes into the area, they got to calm off the golf course. That'll stink, and then you won't see the cut line until tomorrow. Tiger had a long putt for birdie. Now he's got to make sure he makes these par putts. Those are the things that were driving him crazy yesterday. But Rahm, he just turned on the jets and got well. The wind is supposed to switch around today compared to yesterday. There was hardly any wind. It was certainly a calm, gettable golf course. When you think of what happened yesterday, just in terms of the difference between day one, this go-around, to last year, and they've tried to stiffen the test on this golf course, that's for sure. But the guys that beat par this go-around versus last year, I mean, they're making the course look easy when the conditions are soft. And they know that it's going to start to toughen up. It's going to make things an entirely different world out there. But they bruised this golf course yesterday with just birdie after birdie after birdie and a handful of eagles. Look at what Sam Bennett, the amateur, did. It was just so cool to watch this kid out of Madisonville, Texas, head on out there and he knocked in an eagle at 2 and then just didn't let up. Shot him a little 5 under round. I want to say it's the best round an amateur's ever had around Augusta.
I think it was the best, or the first time an amateur hasn't, amateur, I said it.
There you go.
Hasn't bogeyed in a round in Augusta in like 30-plus years.
Yeah.
By the way, Jason Day just gave 3 shots back. He hit, on a par 5 15th, he hit a 7, and then on the 16th, he hit a 4. So he's back at 6 under after getting all the way up to 9 under, 3 off Brooks.
Sucks.
His fun while it lasted. Yikes.
I don't know what happened on 15 because, we don't have coverage of that. You can only see select groups, and
you
he's
can
not
see
in there.
Scott Van Pelt interviewing Olympic gold medalist and World Cup champion Carly Lloyd. But no golf, unfortunately.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Unfortunately, we
interview.
can see Carly Lloyd, but we can't get the interviews. It's all good. It's all
All
good.
right, so let's hit this Christian Kirk piece. And this is Tyreek Hill, and he's doing a podcast with one of his old Chiefs buddies. And they're, 810 The Hub in Kansas City. We definitely have had those guys on our show. And so anyway, Tyreek is talking about last offseason, Leon, when he decided that he was going to be moved. He wanted to be moved from Kansas City, come get me type of deal. And Miami ultimately stepped up and got him. Now, I know Jaguar fans out there know this, but just in case anyone's tuning in, Christian Kirk gets him a killer deal, became the highest paid wide receiver in free agency this past offseason. So this is where Tyreek Hill picks it up on that very subject.
Christian Kirk had a crazy deal, so I hit up my agent. I'm like, okay, we done seen like what's going on.
Because
so
he got his new contract. He was making more money than you were making at the time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
it only makes sense.
He signed a deal and like he surpassed me, and I'm like, bro, I love to compete. Like I compete off the field, and I'm gonna also compete on the business side of this too.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna let Christian Kirk have a higher contract than me, bro. I'm not. I'm just not, D.
That sounds about right. I mean, us athletes, listen, not only do we compete on the field, we compete off the field. Cars, clothes, women, houses, all that kind of stuff. We want to have the best, the finest of everything, contracts.
This sounds like your book, by the way.
Yeah, it does. It is my book, actually. Well, we had mentioned that when, first of all, Tyreek had to understand that the Jaguars had to overpay to get some talent in here. We had money, so we had to overspend to bring the talent to come to Jacksonville. Because there's no other reason to come to Jacksonville because we had losing seasons, so we had to open the floodgates as far as money goes. And that agent that Tyreek Hill is talking about, of course, is Drew Rosenhaus. He probably called up Drew, or Drew called him and said, hey, you say this contract with Christian Kirk, you've got to make more money than him. And I think Tyreek Hill still had one more year on this contract. So he said he wanted to be traded or to up the ante. So Christian Kirk, he fed in the pockets of a lot of wide receivers.
Yeah, he did.
Let me just say that much. And
And
it's not his fault.
No.
It's not his fault Jacksonville gave him that money, so hell.
And he was in the perfect place at the right
Yes,
time. And
absolutely.
we've seen other guys that have become highest paid quarterbacks or highest paid tight ends or whatever the case is that never really lived up to that label. But Tyreek immediately went over there and made plays, and Christian Kirk made plays here.
Well, we had the situation last year. We had the great Willie Wolf on the show.
Yeah.
And Willie Wolf and I were both free agents at the same particular time. And when I signed the deal with Jacksonville, for my contract, I was initially for one day the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. Then Willie Wolf the next day signed a contract with an extra $100 more than my contract.
And probably made sure that his
and I told him on the show
did that.
I told him on the show he was petty. He was very petty.
That's very salty. I like
That is
it.
petty. I love it though.
We saw him in the airport at in Canton, where I think were we in
Charlotte?
Canton?
We were
no,
in
we
Charlotte.
were in Charlotte when we saw him. What a big, massive
is.
human being. You and him together. That was yeah.
He's a big
Imagine sitting between them on a plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That would
Good luck. We're going to take up all the air. All the air is gone.
That wouldn't have worked out very well.
Excuse
By the
me,
way,
sir, I have to use the restroom.
I want to throw Hacker in the row too,
Yeah.
just for
Oh, no,
just
don't
to
do that.
really, just
Listen,
to
first of
really
all,
social experiment.
Me and Hack
Leon
did-
Hack
We
in the
did.
middle, and then Willie.
We did actually.
Yeah,
We did actually.
And I tweeted that picture out, and that individual,
Yeah.
needed to be
He's not with us anymore.
coaxed and comforted throughout that flight. There was turbulence right from the time wheels came up. All right, now I got to ask JJ this question, and Leon, we always talk about fourth down and damn alignment story, and he goes and talks about some of these things that we're talking about right here, which is the dollar figures that these guys get. And Tyreek Hill making sure that he got more than Christian Kirk. So this is just, I saw this yesterday, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Lionel Messi, according to World Football Reporter Fabrizio Romano,
Yes, he is basically the Woj of the soccer world.
Okay, there you go. So Al Hilal has reportedly offered the Argentine superstar a deal worth, are you ready for this? More than $438 million. Now you say to yourself, huge, nasty cash.
That's Saudi, by the way.
Yeah, and so you say to yourself, okay, for how long? A season.
Yes.
A season.
You think the live guys were making money. And this would be the highest sports contract, obviously, of all time. The reason why they're trying to get him as well is because they already got Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo's pretty trash and old at this point in time.
He's the Phil Mickelson, if you may.
But, Messi, although he looked sort of good in the World Cup, he's sort of been trash this whole year besides that with his club team. So, like, this is
So
a
why are they
guy
wanting
at
to
the
pay
end of
him?
his career potentially making $400 million for one season in a league that no one watches or cares about.
It's insane.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, JJ. If they're willing to pay him that kind of money, what kind of money are they going to make off of him?
Not enough. They're not going to make that.
No.
They're not gonna make that.
This
It's
is just
It'll be a
like this
loss.
is like the Live Tour. This is sports washing. This is basically
okay with
saying,
that. I'm okay.
hey, we're normal. We have a normal, like at Saudi, that is
Yeah, they
saying
wanna
like,
say
hey,
that
we're
we're-
normal. We have normal sports leagues just like you and me, like just like the U.S., just like the Premier League. It's like
We're comparable.
no, you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
don't. But I like their style.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
saying
this.
our saying are totally
I
different.
love this.
And here's the thing: Ronaldo only got $75 million, or
What a
$76
bum.
million. And so they said the argument about Messi versus
There
Saul.
you go. That answer.
Yeah, exactly. The market's spoken.
That unbelievably answers it. I could not believe it when I saw that. And I'm like,
But I mean, to your point, Leon, if they do have Ronaldo and Messi, U.S. like ESPN Plus, Paramount Plus, like they would have to buy the rights to that league. Like right now with just Ronaldo, you don't. But if you have a league with Ronaldo and Messi, it's going to start being on TV here or streaming. It just is.
You know what would be interesting? If let's say that they put two teams together, NFL football teams, and their travel teams, and they just play each other and they move. And they say each player is going to make.
See, there's a salary cap though. That would the NFL would kill it with a salary cap.
No. I'm just saying they got.
this would be a brand new model.
This would be a new model,
Or like a new league.
This is a new league. They just have two teams, 50-50, and they play. They're paying the players. The least player makes $10 million.
Yeah,
like
or the best makes $100 million.
And they go
And they just travel and play against each other. I wonder how many guys would jump ship. It's going to be guys.
Oh, there'll be plenty.
I think it'd have to be more than 10 million lowest play.
I'm saying, just say the kicker makes $10 million.
I think it's still.
And I'm saying the quarterback makes $100.
Yeah, Josh Scobie right now is saying, hell yes.
It's funny you say that, Joe C., because have you seen on Twitter where Josh Scobie is right now?
No, where is he?
So,
Is he up in Augusta?
No, apparently he is at some massive trampoline park in Dallas with his kids. This breaks my heart, JJ.
Daddom
JJ,
takes
please ready the world's smallest violin. So Josh Scobie is in Dallas. He has seen multiple injuries at this trampoline park. He also saw a lady with an old school Jags sweatshirt yell Duval and got nothing back.
Oh, wow.
Feels betrayed.
Wow, she didn't even know that.
She shunned him. Wow.
Well, to be fair to the older folks, the Duval thing is very, I wouldn't say new, but I mean, it's for the
young.
younger folk.
Yeah, it's young. Yeah. And maybe he was just trying to,
Man, no one make excuse for that old lady. She
together.
need to say Duval.
Maybe she was having a terrible day at the
I
water
don't
park.
care.
Happens.
You get the Duval call, you're supposed to get it back.
Exactly.
You're at a massive
How long has
trampoline
that call
park.
been going on now? 7, 8, 9 years, right?
No, the Duval call was like, it's what, late?
15, it's been around.
It's been around for a minute.
That's what I'm saying. It's been around since like
Yeah.
15 or 14.
Yeah,
Or...
listen, they rolled that bad boy out.
Duval.
Yeah, if you hear
That's how
Sir
it's
say
done.
that,
That's good.
Yeah, you got to call that back.
You got to say it with your chest.
Yeah.
What do you say, Leon, when you see somebody with a Miami shirt? Do you yell like "Let's go Canes" or
No, I thought of you.
you just throw up the U?
Dude, I was getting it in Charleston a couple weekends ago. I
Yeah.
had my book bag on. It was a U book
And
bag.
there was another basketball fan, if I'm not mistaken,
There
right?
was- well, they thought I was a basketball fan because I was like during the Final Four, so like everybody was stopping me, throwing up the U, and like, wow, you guys are playing so awesome. I'm like, hell yeah, we are.
All right, speaking of hoop and Dallas, I'll tie these two together because I'm
Please do. This is really
That's what
disheartening.
you've been reduced to.
It is.
Cheering for a basketball team.
Dude, on Helmets and Heels, we
You'll
had
take
a female player from the Canes
Jasmine
on,
Roberts,
and
Mr.
she was
Kenny.
like, we're a basketball school now. And I couldn't even...
You couldn't say anything.
I couldn't say
It
anything.
cut you to the white
It
meat, didn't
did. I just smiled and nodded, but inside I was dying.
Yeah, it's beautiful though because look, that's a program that needs to be recognized with Larinaga. You just don't want it to happen at the expense of Mario
Absolutely.
and company. That's for sure. All right, so we mentioned Scobie's in Dallas, and then we got basketball. So I just want to throw this out here because, Serge, you got you're an NBA man. We're watching the close of the.
Sirs, we need to get your take on this before
the
we send you
regular
off for the
season.
day because this is
Tim Hardaway Sr. comes out. Okay, now Luka plus Kyrie was supposed to equal Dubs, right? Would you agree with that?
Absolutely,
Dubs and Dallas,
yes.
it was supposed to
Well,
mean that.
they're going to play offense, no defense.
No, they don't play any defense. And if you look at some of the numbers, the combination of points and all this kind of stuff, they haven't done they throw up big stats. They just haven't won. So Tim Hardaway Sr. comes out and says they're missing a leader out there. Luka is not a leader. Kyrie is not a leader. Jalen Brunson was a leader. A leader shows by example, by playing defense. When he says something, he does it also, and that's what a leader is. Now, not to go too deep into this.
Is his son a leader?
Yeah.
He was on the team? No.
He didn't mention him. And so, but at the
Not a
very
player
least,
either.
Hardaway has been a force in the association. Okay, so he comes with credentials. He also may be a little bit of a helicopter dad in a sense, but bottom line, the whole message to me here is that you can't pair two guys up and expect them to do great things just because they're great.
Well, let's also add this real quick for context, Leon.
Yeah.
The Mavs have a must-win game tonight against the Chicago Bulls if they're to make the play-in.
And
here are the players that are out, already ruled out.
Yeah.
Kyrie, Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green, Kleber, Christian Wood. Luka Doncic and JaVale McGee are now probable.
They have been
No,
8
well,
and
get the U-Haul.
16. 8 and 16 since the deal.
I know. I saw that. Well, I mean, listen,
Luka missed like half those games, by the way, Mr. Hardaway.
Yeah, he
Plus,
had
he
the
could also
calf
go
or
for
the
60
ankle,
tonight,
yeah.
and they're going to win that game. So.
I think the Dallas probably doesn't want to win that game. That they probably want to miss the playing game. They're not going to do anything in the playoffs, and they'll get like the number 10 pick.
Yeah.
The thing with Luka,
that
too,
probably is what's happening.
He actually can play defense when he wants to, but he doesn't want to.
Well,
that sounds like Kyrie.
He doesn't stay in front of nobody.
yeah, and look, Kyrie can play defense.
Yeah, he can.
But they are two handles now. They're two guys trying to figure the other guy out because they want the ball and they want to score.
And they're not in the league to play offense.
Yeah.
Or, to play defense.
Get
Like,
somebody
guys like
else.
that,
Yeah.
if you're Luka, you know how much energy I wait? I have the ball every single play.
And you know what they say? Get somebody else until it's time for me to defend when it matters most.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You got to
they
know
need-
your role,
Like,
too.
the rest of the guys on there
It's not
need
his
to be
role.
defensive stuff. They lose games like 120 to 130 every night. Like,
Yeah, they miss Dorian Finney-Smith.
You can't
That's
put it
really
on Luka. The guy averaged like 33 points a game or
Well,
something.
there was a time in the NBA where you had to play both, JJ.
That's true.
And there was a time in the NBA when the best player in the NBA also was the best defensive player in the NBA.
Man, Michael Jordan.
That's not true.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan was 100% the best defensive player in the league. 100%.
Yeah, and LeBron a very good defensive player too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yes,
of course.
So he can definitely play it on both ends because I knew where that was going.
Yeah, I did.
So,
Of course you did.
I wasn't a LeBron thing. I'm telling you, that's
Okay,
what
Michael
it was.
Jordan,
That's the reality. of it.
I don't know if people considered Michael Jordan the best player defensively in the NBA all those years.
Dude,
he was definitely
on
among
all
the
I'm
all
not
defensive
saying he
on the
wasn't a
All-NBA
great
defensive
defensive
team.
player, but like the best.
How many times did he make first team all
I'm gonna
defense?
find out
It
right
had
now,
at least
bro.
like 8 to 10.
All right, Big Sirs, I know you got to slide out.
Yeah.
Listen, how are you going to top the Grape Dog?
I don't know. I'm not looking
The
forward
late
to
night Leon.
The
I'm
late
not
night
looking
Leon,
forward.
the Grape Jelly Dog.
Yeah, I'm
Nine
Okay.
times on the All NBA defense
How many
team.
times was he Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm gonna find out. Just hang on a second.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to top
Yeah.
the Grape Dog.
All right, because the Grape Dog cannot be topped.
That's the name right there, the Grape Dog.
The Grape Dog, the late
The
night
Grape-
Leon.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, listen, enjoy the rest of the afternoon and weekend, bro.
You got it.
All right, he's out. At Leon Cersei Jr. 1, definitely check him out. I don't know, he needs to post a picture. He needs to make a video.
Dell made
of
an edit for
creating
us, but I think
the
we
late
need
night
yeah,
Leon,
we
the
need
Grape
to
Dog.
we need to see the actual
Well, you can't
photo.
get a photo because it has to be
In the
pitch
dark.
black dark.
You know what I love about
But
him?
you have to recreate it
Like,
somehow.
he goes, "How many times was he on the All NBA defense team?" I said 9. He goes, "How many times was he Player of the Year?"
Yeah, that's that
Well,
moving
your
target.
argument was he was the best defensive player
Once.
in the
He
league,
was
so
once-
he won it
he was
one
once defensive player of the year.
time.
Yeah, it's because they had too many awards that they already
Right,
given
they had to
him.
like start getting other people
Oh, I
awards.
see,
JJ.
I
At
see.
some
JJ.
point, he can't have every
Same
award.
reason LeBron doesn't win
it's
it
the
anymore.
same argument. Yeah,
Yeah.
LeBron doesn't win the MVP anymore because they have to give it to somebody else, which is
I
just
see, I
amazing.
I'll tell you something else. He
In
was
and
one of
of
the best
itself.
rebounders in the league too. Then
Oh, he was a great player.
Speaking of
Never
dudes,
heard of him?
Speaking of dudes,
underrated, Michael
movie about
Jordan.
right.
speaking of
They made a
dudes,
movie about his shoes.
Yeah.
speaking of dudes who don't play defense on a basketball court, Caleb Love, now formerly of the University of North Carolina,
Yeah.
headed to Michigan.
Yeah.
Announced about an hour ago that he will transfer to the Wolverines and the,
The
Big
portal
Ten.
never stops.
Keeps churning. But I'm curious, Michigan, we talked about the Blue Bloods the other day following the national championship. Where does Michigan rate in that Blue Blood? You go from one to the other. Are we considering Michigan a Blue Blood? I know a lot of basketball fans weren't too happy with that move. And, then again, the Heel fans weren't too happy with his defense and his constant offense this year. So, hey, maybe it's all for the best for everybody. Do want to hit, speaking of MVPs, latest on Aaron Rodgers. We have an Aaron Rodgers sighting in California.
Saga.
What could this possibly mean? It also involves a certain wide receiver that once trucked me on a football field. Yeah, you're not going to want to go anywhere. More XL Primetime coming up after this.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL. Now, a Masters Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie.
From the Augusta National Golf Club, Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the Masters. I'm Ted Emmerich. Cameron Young was the Rookie of the Year on the PGA Tour last season, but he missed the cut at the Masters. Young much more at home in his second Masters as he posted a 567 in the first round.
I was afraid to go hit the first tee shot last year, and this year it just wasn't at all the same. I'm just a lot more comfortable. Last year I feel like I didn't understand how anybody made a birdie out here, and this year I kind of just got off to obviously a nice start and was really comfortable the whole day.
Young birdied the first 3 holes on Thursday, and the New Yorker is about to tee off today. He was 2 off the lead when he went to bed, but with Brooks Koepka singeing the course this morning, Young is now 7 back. Koepka at 12 under and in the clubhouse. You're listening to coverage of the 2023 Masters on Westwood One.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential, because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Brooks Koepka has grabbed this Masters tournament by the panhandle. Let's check the leaderboard, sponsored by Grainger. With supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger has the right product for you. Click Grainger.com. Koepka wrapping up a 5 under 67 here in the second round as he muscles to 12 under par overall. No bogeys on the card, and on the 4 par 5s, Koepka went birdie, eagle, birdie, and birdie. Meanwhile, on that par 5 15th, Jason Day just double bogeyed, dropping to 7 under, so Koepka is 5 shots clear of the field. Day at 7 under, Victor Hovland at 7 under, he parred the first, John Rahm at 7 under, and Rahm is just about to tee off. Sam Bennett, the amateur, the 5th-year senior from Texas A&M, 2 under today through 12, and now 6 under par in solo 5th, 6 shots back. By the way, no amateur made the cut at the Masters each of the last 2 years. At 5 under, Colin Morikawa, Jordan Spieth, and Cameron Young. Tiger Woods opens with a par at 1. He is 2 over. From Augusta, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Tired of the same old places for happy hour? Downtown's best is at Bellwether. It's Tuesday through Saturday from 4 to 7, with the exception on Friday when happy hour starts at 11, because why not? For all you late-nighters, Bellwether offers nightcap specials on Friday and Saturday from 9 to 11. Want a snack with your cocktail? Bellwether has a unique bar food spread. And guess what? All metered parking is free after 6 and weekends. That's Bellwether downtown.
If you have a question about your automobile accident, slip and fall, Social Security, workers' compensation, or medical malpractice claim, visit farahandfarah.com or call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Easter baskets filled with candy are pretty amazing, but a driveway filled with a new ride? Now that's what I'm talking about. And the best things in life don't always fit in a basket. That means you better hop on over to Arlington Toyota for Easter savings on their entire new and used selection. That's 400 new Toyotas available, 400 premium, pre-owned, all makes and models. I'd like to see the Easter Bunny haul around 800 eggs. That's not going to happen. What is happening is enough to make you jump for joy, because at Arlington Toyota, every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time and unlimited miles. And every new and pre-owned purchase comes with, and Arlington's sales department is even open after church this Easter Sunday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. So, after your Sunday service, Easter dinner, and egg hunt, bring the family to hunt for a new ride from Arlington. Shop in person 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com. And happy Easter from everyone at Arlington Toyota.
Any adventure, any task, anytime. There's a CF Moto Utility, ATV, or UTV for any rider. See the full lineup at Ride Now Beach Boulevard. Venture seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the C-Force lineup. For the ultimate in UTV performance, check out the Z-Force 950. Find your utility ATV at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or online at cfmotousa.com. ATVs are recommended for the use only by riders age 16 years and older. ATVs can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends approved training course for safety and training information.
What if you could be credit card debt-free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Hey, it's Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low monthly payment. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. Use that money and pay off high-interest credit cards or do a home improvement project. You can access up to 90% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. So even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Stop the madness. Say no to 24% interest fees. Call Loan Pronto today. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or as always, you can visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 10, 1947, Jackie Robinson becomes the first black player of the 20th century to sign a Major League Baseball contract. He signs with the Dodgers.
It's that time of the year again for the taste of golf. So come join your boy at TPC Sawgrass on April 26th for fine cuisine from the top chefs in the area, craft cocktails, fun games, and unique auction items. This signature event is ideal for networking with a substantial and sophisticated audience who is passionate about the game of golf, the intrinsic values associated with it, and of course, impacting the youth of our community. Y'all know he love the kids. All proceeds benefit First Tee North Florida. So get your tickets at tasteofgolf.com. Come on, somebody.
Masters Week is here. Tiger is back in the field. Some of the Live Golf guys are playing a major for the first time. This is going to be must-see TV. Mia here, and if you haven't signed up for MyBookie, you need to sign up. You can bet long odds for big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners, first-round leaders, and live betting, too. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet for MyBookie, do it now for Masters Week. The weather in Augusta is looking a little shaky, likely going to rain all week, so there may be some chaos. Take advantage of it. Cam Smith, last year's Open champion winner and third-place finisher at Augusta last year, paying at 27-1. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL. This is one of the most fun betting weeks of the year. Bet the Masters anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
I'm Dr. Mitchell Yass, the most unknown world-renowned expert on pain elimination. That's right, elimination. If you've tried medications, injections, physical therapy, chiropractic, even surgery, and still experience pain, then say yes to YAS. I have successfully used the YAS method for over 30 years to help thousands reclaim their lives. To learn more, call me at 904-906-YASS. Let's end your pain and say yes to YAS.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's a Big Hair Heavy Metal Friday on XL Primetime.
Having a good.
We're calling this Big Hair Heavy Metal Friday.
Not only is it not a hairband. It's not heavy metal either.
I know.
All right, listen.
I gave JJ a great song. He told me that's not hairband.
Saliva is not a hairband.
It's heavy metal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, heavy metal. Would
Right, but this is
qualify then.
neither.
Listen,
I
you
pull
tried-
up 100 greatest hair and glam metal songs.
Yeah.
This is like number 5.
And
number 3, actually.
And if memory serves, it was Matt who first tried to get Van Halen in this category.
I believe so.
Not this Van Halen.
Okay. All right. Now,
Been something much different from this album than this
I'm
song.
feeling like I might need to switch it up a little bit from big hair and heavy metal, and just I want to be inclusive. Okay.
I would have done a little Drop Dead Legs, or
I want to be inclusive. Now, Cookson did ask for a little Greta Van Fleet.
Right,
So
I'm good with that.
You can work that in.
Also,
JJ.
not heavy metal or hair.
Yeah. Well,
Greta Van Fleet is not heavy metal or hair.
yeah, it's the 21st century
rock and roll.
version of hard rock.
Yeah.
Okay, so that counts as far as heavy metal goes.
All right.
It just
Look, if
doesn't-
you allow Saliva, if you grandfather Saliva in, then I'll grandfather
All right.
Greta Van Fleet in.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that Greta was requested, and Cookson's my man. So if I could take care of him, I will.
Good
All
enough.
right. You can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosure 641-1010. Jump in on a little big hair, heavy metal. Like I said, I'm thinking about opening it up just a little bit.
Update from Augusta.
To what?
Just
Hang on, real quick,
expanding
Nick.
it.
To what?
Just rock.
Just rock.
Like maybe one day we'll have like, hey, 80s rock. Next
just
Friday we'll have
good
like
kick-ass rock.
indie rock, or there's lots of different kinds. Psychedelic rock.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. I'm an alternative guy. I like that.
Your amateur,
Yeah.
Sam Bennett,
Yes.
back-to-back birdies, 13 and 14.
Nice.
He has now moved into a solo second place at the Masters.
What a story it would be. And they were coming in talking about Sargent, the other amateur, that hits the heck out of the golf ball, and he ends up, I think, shooting 5 over on day one. I think there was 10 shots difference between the two, kind of the two young rising stars that were talked about a bunch. And I hate it for that guy because you want them all to go out there and succeed. But Bennett right now putting on a clinic, which is pretty cool to see a young player that doesn't necessarily know a ton about the golf course. He's playing with the past champion. That's all really cool that he's able to do that right now.
Brooks Koepka in the clubhouse with a 12 underscore through the first 2 rounds, by the way. This is courtesy of Kevin Van Valkenburg, formerly ESPN, now with no laying up. He says, in case you haven't seen this aggregated 10,000 other places yet, Brooks Koepka did indeed try twice at last year's Masters to punch out the back window of his Mercedes in frustration after he missed the cut. He couldn't do it, and he said, quote, I guess Mercedes makes a pretty good window.
That's pretty funny. There was also a little controversy surrounding Brooks coming out of day one, and it really wasn't even Brooks. It was his caddy, and whether there was a rules violation because basically passing on information about club choice, no bueno. That is frowned upon. Oh, yeah. You can't. Hey, what'd you hit there?
It's not against the rules, but it's not cool.
It is against the rules.
Oh, is it?
You're not allowed to seek advice. The other person may offer it to you.
Oh my God!
But you're not allowed to seek advice. You're not
wrong with you
allowed
people?
outside of your caddy. What?
What if he gave you a pimento sandwich? Were you allowed to do it then?
Yeah. Well, this is just the rules of golf. This is not the Masters. This is USGA. You are not allowed to seek outside advice. You're not allowed to go over there and touch a club from somebody else. Bottom line is, one caddy looks at the other and goes, that's what he
Really?
said.
So you mouth 5 is what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, 5. As they're passing by each other after Brooks hit a hell of a shot onto the par 5. And so
What if Brooks doesn't care that he did it?
Well, the Masters did a little reviewing of the situation since it was caught on camera.
They must have cameras everywhere.
They got them everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, this is CBS. They don't play.
No, I mean Masters has them.
Yeah.
too.
No, this is CBS.
They
This
like
is where
pop
it was
up out of
caught.
the ground and
Yeah.
They didn't assess any sort of penalty.
No,
but
no.
whatever happened to who was it yesterday that we caught moving a ball?
Was
it Morikawa?
I assumed Patrick Reed, but I guess not.
No, he pulled a Patrick Reed.
Not him.
But nothing happened, I guess. Even though he did just double bogey, he's at like 2.
nothing happened to the cat either. Who
No,
mouthed
and
the
I think
5.
they might do one of those deals where they warn against it. And Curtis Strange talked about it on the broadcast this morning, is that you get to a point where the broadcast people want to know what the club is. Everyone wants that little extra bit of information. And so a caddy will flash a number 3, and it could be that means it's a 3 iron or an 8, depending on the distance, they'll easily figure that out. And he said they got to a point where they were just tossing out numbers. That was a good 5, that kind of deal. And then the commissioner called him in and said, stop that. You're not allowed to help the other guy. Caddies don't need to be seeking advice from other caddies because they want to keep their job. And so if one guy thinks that that's the number, you need to let that individual player make his own decision.
Maybe Koepka's caddy was saying fire. It's like fire.
Oh,
hot.
stop.
Yeah, it was
fire hot.
The 4-8-7 also has some controversy that, we haven't even brought up.
Oh, JJ's queuing up the X-Files music.
He says, so you know how Saudi Arabia literally makes it rain in the desert? So what if the Live Tour is literally making it rain just in time at Augusta, so Koepka has a good round and everyone else has to play in the rain?
That is perfect.
All
Someone
just
up
to say
above.
Live Tour is better than the
Aren't there
PGA.
some live golfers that are on the
Serpents
course, though,
and
right now?
canes
Yeah,
up there.
but you sacrifice the rest of the live golfers for the winner.
The one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a team sport. It is a team sport, after all, live golf.
Yeah, the 4-8 or what's
even
Brooks'
know.
team's name?
I was gonna say, imagine if Koepka's caddy did it to another live player.
Yeah.
Then that would have been,
Whoa, they would have kicked him
Watch
out.
out now, right?
And I think, was this to Woodland's caddy? I think it might have
Yeah, that's who he's playing with.
Yeah, I think it might have been to Woodland's caddy. He's like, help a brother out. Is basically what it was.
Would you have been more upset if it was another live player?
No,
be honest.
no,
Be
just-
honest. Search your soul. Be honest.
No, those
Search
are
your
rules.
soul.
Those are rules. Like, hey, in racing, if you got a teammate, you
Right.
got to help him.
Right.
Right. So
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that could have.
Okay, so I have the teams.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Koepka is on Smash Golf Club.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Smash.
Smash.
Who else is on his team?
I believe the other Koepka has to be
Chase.
on there, right?
He's chasing money. He's chasing his bro. He's got him by the tail, just collecting all that cash.
So Smash is Brooks, Chase, Jason Kokrak, who's a decent player, and Matthew Wolff, who's pretty good.
No, Matthew Wolf's pretty good. I talked to him last year at the Players before RIP.
But looks like Brooks and Kokrak are the only ones playing in the Masters.
Yeah, because Kokrak had won a couple of times. Which
last year.
I was surprised that he left, but he got a lot of money, and he's a big Vegas guy. And I was happy. I was happy for him to win. When he won, he had played the Vegas course that just popped up out of necessity for the CJ Cup, and he was sponsored by MGM.
That's
he loved
lovely.
It. Yeah, he loved it. And but anyway, I was bummed that he left, but he did.
So I teased it, so we'll hit it real quick before we take our next break and get our next Masters update. Alan Lazard, now officially a member of the New York Football Jets, working out with former/potentially future teammate Aaron Rodgers somewhere in Southern California this morning, according to Alan Lazard's Instagram. Honestly, beyond the fact that this bit continues with the Jets bringing in any and everyone that could lure Aaron Rodgers their way, I'm just glad we're seeing him in the daylight. Like Aaron Rodgers truly has emerged from the darkness. He is back out into the world.
And it's funny that they're working out together, which obviously lends to the whole storyline. Yeah, they're together. The other part of it is that I believe this is from solid reporting, is that the Green Bay Packers, Brian Gutekunst has made it known that it's not a deal breaker if they don't get the first round pick this year. The Jets are thinking, 13 or 15, somewhere in that neighborhood, mid-teens. They don't want to give up that pick. And the Packers are maybe saying that's not necessary. We want other compensation. We'll see.
Is there any truth to the rumor that Aaron Rodgers was eating hot dogs with grape jelly in the darkness retreat?
He might have, man. Listen, if you're in the darkness, you'll eat anything, especially on day 4 before you come out. Leon's like, I'm 4 minutes into my fridge, and I got to find something to eat. Okay, forget about it.
Did you get that he was just kind of a little bit embarrassed when I said, were you fully clothed? And he goes, just boxers.
I got to admit.
He was just a little bit of shame there, a little bit.
Well, yeah, but I got to admit, he may have been shocked by the question, okay?
Taken aback, if you will.
I don't think he was. I think he was a little ashamed.
My God. The Lazard thing is just so crazy for me because obviously, I not only covered him, but yes, if you haven't seen the viral video, I was once trampled by Alan Lazard on the sidelines.
He's the one who got you.
Of an Iowa State game. We're good friends. Like we're good. Like we've talked about it. We're good. But the fact that he was this undrafted free agent who started here in Jacksonville, and now all of a sudden that is who Aaron Rodgers wants to spend all of his time with. Like, it's still very hard for me to wrap my mind around.
He's in a good situation, and when one guy trusts you and is one of the greater quarterbacks playing the game right now.
Who would have predicted this in 2016? Like,
undrafted to this.
Weirdest thing.
That is pretty good. All right, let's head into the 2 o'clock hour. We got plenty more. Looking at the leaderboard, back into the Jags draft. We mentioned something that we'll get into. 24th pick overall. What's realistic? What is your dream pick? At least for right now. We'll get into that coming up.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. Now, a Masters Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie.
From the Augusta National Golf Club, Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the Masters. I'm Ted Emmerich. No amateurs have made the cut at the last 2 Masters. We've got one who is on his way to not just making the cut this year, but contending this weekend.
Sam Bennett now trying to get to 8 under par. To send this ball out on the right-hand side, try to come back to the left. It's on its way. It's an aggressive line, and it is dead center. He's not only making putts, he is walking them in from 3 and 4 feet away.
Carl Paulson, the call on Sirius XM. Bennett, the Texas A&M senior, 4 under today through 14. He's 8 under overall, alone in second and 4 back of Brooks Koepka. Bennett inspired by the memory of his late father, Mark, who passed away 2 years ago after battling early onset Alzheimer's. The last thing Mark wrote to his son was, "Don't wait to do something." And Sam Bennett has that tattooed in his dad's handwriting on his arm. You're listening to coverage of the 2023 Masters on Westwood One.
Time to get this show started, Kansas City.
The countdown is on for the 2023 NFL Draft, and greatness is on the clock. 7 rounds, 3 days, live from Kansas City.
There is the reaction. What a dream.
Watch live April 27th to 29th with NFL Network draft coverage presented by Verizon and on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and streaming on NFL Plus. It all starts April 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Visit NFL.com/draft for more information.
At the United States Postal Service, we're reinventing our network to help keep your business moving. With new shipping options to deliver better value, greater flexibility to conveniently reach your customers, more confident shipping with new informed delivery features, and new electric vehicles for a cleaner, brighter future. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Learn more at USPS.com/moving forward.
The skies are darkening at Augusta National, but Brooks Koepka doesn't have to worry about the incoming storms. Koepka at 12 under par, a 5 under 67 today, 4 shots clear of the field. The 2023 NFL Draft is almost here, and greatness is on the clock. Watch live April 27th through 29th with NFL Network draft coverage presented by Verizon. Additional coverage on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Deportes. So it's Koepka 12 under, Sam Bennett, the reigning U.S. amateur champion, at 8 under. At 7 under par, Victor Hovland and John Rahm both early in their rounds. Jason Day, Colin Morikawa at 6 under. Tiger Woods, a couple of pars to start. He's +2 overall, 14 back, and Rory McIlroy is fading. 5 over today through 12, +5 overall, 17 back and outside the projected cut line. From Augusta, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatment of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at barryorthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
Get ready to take your game to the next level at Best Bet. Come and experience the best in card games, top-notch hospitality, award-winning sushi, and nonstop fun at our Jacksonville and Orange Park locations. We've got something fun for everyone. Choose from a variety of exciting poker games, including limits to suit all skill levels. If you're looking to try something new, we offer easy-to-learn games like one-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Pai Gow. You can also place bets on thrilling simulcast races while enjoying delicious food and drinks. See why we're the go-to destination for gaming and entertainment. Go to bestbetjacks.com.
Jacksonville is a great place to live. And if you love where you live, you should invest in it.
That's why more and more people bank with One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. We invest every penny back into North Florida, backing the very best small businesses, nonprofits, and of course the family home. Why put your money with some big out-of-state bank when you can invest in where you love to live? One-to-One Financial. We're your hometown credit union. Sign up today at one-to-one-fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you like live music, fun activities, and sipping your favorite drink at a tiki bar, you don't have to travel far or break the bank to make it happen. Island Oaks RV Resort is just past McClenny off of exit 333, offering all of this. Visit islandoaksrvresort.com to book your stay.
Let's fire up the flavor and ignite those appetites. Let's slow down and smell the barbecue. Because all your favorites are smoked for hours and ready for eating when you are. From our famous ribs to slow smoked pork. Enjoy some perfection by the plateful, safely in our dining room or in the comfort of your home. With curbside pickup, drive-through, and delivery. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Jacksonville.
They spend all year fighting crime and fighting fires. Coming up April 15th at UNF Arena, they'll fight each other. Guns N' Hoses back for the 24th edition. Dan and I have been for every one of them, and we will be again this year. So join us at UNF Arena for some fist-pounding charitable action. We are back at UNF Arena, but all the fun and festivities of Fight Night are back too. That means tailgate parties beforehand at 3:30, an after party afterward at 9:30. Get your tickets today at gnhjacks.com/tickets.
It's such a great time of year. I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Bike Week really kind of gets people thinking about what is the latest and greatest on-road, especially from Honda.
Absolutely. The new Honda Rebel lineup is fantastic. Anywhere from the 300 to 1100. The Gold Wing's always hot.
They're going to see guys going really fast down at Daytona, and then they can come to your showroom and check out what you've got.
The Supercross will kick it off. There's lots of festivities from Daytona, which will surely translate back to our dealership and back to our showroom.
Come check it out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
No dental insurance? No problem. Introducing the Care Plus program from the dental offices of Dr. James McCall. For only $625 per year, you will receive 2 cleanings and dental exams, a full set of x-rays, plus 1 emergency dental exam and x-ray. You'll also receive a 20% discount on all other services offered. Kids 12 and under will receive the same program for only $525. Call Dr. McCall today at 620-9225.
Drivers and heavy truck mechanics, if you like sports, then you're going to love working at Waste Management.
We have a team atmosphere here where we're looking out for one another. We jump in to help out.
Listen up. WM is now offering a $5,000 new hire bonus to CDL drivers and heavy truck mechanics for jobs at our sites in Jacksonville, Green Cove Springs, Callahan, and St. Augustine.
It's camaraderie. It's everything. I like it.
Steady work, competitive pay, weekly paychecks, opportunities for overtime, paid training, and a generous boot and tool allowance.
Plus, over-the-top benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family, and home every day.
CDL drivers and heavy truck mechanics. Apply online at wm.com/careers. That's wm.com/careers. Search driver and mechanic jobs in Jacksonville, Green Cove Springs, Callahan, and St. Augustine, Florida.
A people first, military friendly, equal opportunity employer.
We are WM.
Honda has done it again with their all-new exciting SUV and truck lineup for 2023. HRV, Pilot, Passport, Ridgeline trucks, and our popular CRV Hybrid. This is without a doubt Honda's most impressive lineup. Visit your local Honda dealer today. We're dealing.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. The Jaguars will host their 2023 Duval Draft Party Thursday, April 27th at Daly's Place. Gates 1 and 4 will open at 7 o'clock. Fans in attendance will have the chance to purchase draft hats and special edition 2023 Duval Draft Party t-shirts. Fans can watch NFL Network coverage of the first round of the NFL Draft on 3 big screens inside the Daly's Place Amphitheater. As an exclusive benefit, Jaguars season ticket members have early access to draft party tickets starting today. The general public can visit jaguars.com/official draft party on Monday, April 10th to register for tickets. 86 degrees at 2 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's a big hair, heavy metal Friday on XL Primetime.
Attaboy, JJ. Just bring it. Bring it for the people. 2 o'clock hours here, XL Primetime. JJ the DJ just pumping it out. Joe C., Mio O'Brien, Matty Hayes.
They are good, by the way. Do they have to pay Led Zeppelin for stealing their entire swag? Sounds just like.
And, well, I like the sound. And they also kind of get a little mellow in a couple of their songs, which is fine.
Zeppelin stole all their stuff anyway from some other people.
Yeah. Hey, listen. If I've got it, I owe you a thank you, and you owe someone else a thank you. Is basically how it goes. All right, scores are low in the second day of play. The bad weather's not come yet. They kept predicting it would be at 1 o'clock. It didn't. At 3 o'clock, it's supposed to get worse. So we'll see whether or not it actually stays away. That's good news. 12 players. You ready for how soft this golf course was on Thursday? 12 players shot 68 or lower. That's 4 under or better.
That's a saucy
for
nug.
12 players.
Saucy nugs.
And a 2 under 70 yesterday, only good for a tie for 17th. That's it. And so they have got to stack together some birdies, and we've seen a few of them. Mickelson gets into the clubhouse today at 4 under, which is pretty good. A few other guys haven't gotten all the way through but are playing pretty well. Sam Burns in that group at 4 under, and he's kind of been back and forth. Joaquin Niemann, 4 under. Gary Woodland, what was that, a 5? He's at 4 under. And Shane Lowry, I'm telling you, he's an easy guy to root for, all right? He's got that.
Did you see his daughter, too, hanging out with Rory's daughter?
Yeah.
So
he's got
cute.
that beautiful belly, though.
I was about to say, everybody loves a hefty guy.
Yeah, just a beautiful belly.
And the beard.
And then if you got throw the kid in, because Jordan Spieth's kid
so
won the par 3 contest, like the cutest kid out there. But Lowry is 5 under. Spieth is back to 5 under. After his double bogey yesterday. So there's some good ones. Justin Rose is rising up. He's been playing a little bit better, and he's definitely one of the guys that you might see hanging around over the weekend.
Freddie Couples, by the way, 1 under.
Yeah, and so that means he's holding on to even today because he shot him a little 71 yesterday, and he hangs out with the beautiful people, he told us, which I love that line. But he might be able to stick around a little bit. But we're looking at that number within 10 shots. And so right now, if you're looking at 12 under, that means you've got to be 2 under or better. That's going to make it tough for a number of guys to get back to where they might be somewhere around that. And, of course, we're talking about Tiger, who was 2 over coming in to today.
2 under? Scotty did not make the cut.
Yeah, 2 over coming into today.
Sam Bennett, by the way.
Yeah.
4 under today, 4 shots off the lead. Yeah. I mean, everyone thought this kid's going to crumble after yesterday. He probably played the round of his life yesterday, and no, he's here to stay.
9 under par. That is just awesome. I do hope it sticks for him.
What school does he go to?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. He's currently there. Yeah, he's
5th
currently
year
an
senior.
Aggie. Yep.
And so he's the reigning amateur champ. And so the fact that he's able to come in here and not blink, not fear the golf course, and playing his tail off.
So
pretty cool.
Sam Bennett, let's get to know the SEC Player of the Year from 2022. He advanced to the final of the U.S. Amateur last August, Ridgewood Country Club, Paramus, New Jersey. I have played there. Fun facts. He defeated Ben Carr 1-up to become the first U.S. Amateur champion in Texas A&M history. That's what got him exemptions into this year's Masters and this year's Open Championship as well. And so his first PGA Tour event was back in 2021, the Valero Texas Open. He missed the cut. He played in the API last year, but other than that, I mean, it's not like
that's it.
He's been popping up over the last year, but out of nowhere, this kid from Madisonville, Texas, solo second.
Won't make a dime
Nope.
this weekend.
Nope.
Makes me very sad.
Yeah, but
NIL, where are you at?
I was just going to say, don't they have NIL?
I was going to say, the NIL has paid off for him. He's got a few of those deals, and I'm not quite sure how lucrative they are, but they will become more lucrative in the days to come.
And this pretty much locks up when you do go pro, you got hella sponsors now.
Yeah.
Like,
and,
you'll be fine.
Right. He'll play the 2 with his amateur status as a champ and then probably make that decision. All right, once I finish up the Open, then I'm officially going to turn pro.
Here's another one for you. Sam Bennett, born December 21st, 1999.
Yeah. Well, just to give you an idea, like say he's born in 99, and I'm trying to think of the other. Victor Hovland, this is who it was. Victor Hovland, I want to say, was 5 months old, or maybe was going to be born in 5 months when Tiger won.
Yeah, he was born in September 97.
Yeah, so he was 5. He was born 5 months after Tiger.
Victor played at Oklahoma State, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
he was
so
born 5 months after Tiger shattered
ridiculous.
the scoring record and won it.
That's why when, they're in a group together, Hovland and Tiger, and, you heard for years about guys being intimidated by Tiger and stuff. That's gone.
Oh, it's totally gone.
Like, he played 7 under yesterday while Tiger is struggling. Like, these guys, like you said, he was born when Tiger was winning. Yeah. It doesn't mean as much to these guys.
They revere the record, and they marvel at the accomplishments, but they don't.
They weren't there.
Their game doesn't crumble.
No, they don't quake in his.
That mystique is not the same. It's not like when David Duval was playing against Tiger.
And those guys were
you got to go there, man.
Yeah.
So Bennett,
yeah.
he can't turn pro after this tournament and get in the Open. Is that what you're telling me?
Right.
Like he's going to have to get in as an amateur.
Right. Well, here's, and I don't know exactly
because if he does turn pro, he's not going to be able to get in.
Not qualified.
Yeah, he would not exactly. But here's the cool thing: let's just play the game. If he won,
right,
then he could turn pro.
Whoa, good.
Then
thinking.
he could get into the Open.
He could get in all the tournaments.
Because what was the situation?
He wouldn't get the winner's check, but he could turn pro.
He would get a green jacket.
He'd qualify for the for the other majors.
Right, but he could get a check at the other majors.
Oh, yeah. And he would have a spot in the Open.
I forget
what won Augusta.
What exactly was Spieth's situation the year that he won back in 2015?
He was a pro.
He was pro already.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's
no amateurs are winning the Masters.
Right, but in 2013
was his first win.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
So at the U.S. Open, there's no wink and you're in. None of that stuff. You got to.
No, you got to. Oh yeah, you got to qualify.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He could go on one of the. There's many outlets
Even
to
if it's the story
qualify
of the
for
year?
the U.S. Open, like local ones and stuff. Like Ricky, had to do for last year to qualify for the U.S.
So let's paint this in a cinematic storybook realm, if you may. We keep talking about Liv versus PGA Tour, David versus Goliath. Wouldn't that be something if come Sunday, it's Brooks of the Liv Tour, the big bad Brooks, going up against Sam Bennett, the last hope for the PGA Tour.
Well, he's not on the PGA.
He's not on the tour.
But he would be.
Liv could sign him.
Yeah,
but
that
he
would be more.
He would be non-Liv.
How dare you
more
say
David
that?
I'm
Goliath.
just saying it's possible.
Yeah, more David Goliath because this guy's not making anything, and those guys are making hundreds of millions or whatever.
But he would be the one hope for the PGA Tour that a Liv guy doesn't win the Masters.
Yeah, but Norman would be outside the gates trying to sign him right now.
That would hurt you, wouldn't it? If Norman signed him after this tournament, that would hurt you, wouldn't it?
Well, of course it would. It was funny because they were complaining about him not being invited, and they said they wanted this week to be about Augusta, and he was eligible to be invited as a past major champion, not a past winner of this event. And then the chairman did point out in the last 10 years, he's been invited every year. He showed up twice.
Oh, wow, really?
So they did feel like, okay, we've heard enough of you. Yeah, we're going to make this point.
I think we've all heard enough of Greg Norman.
Yeah.
I know we love to laugh on this program about the various guests Scott Van Pelt has brought onto the ESPN broadcast, but look at this man now.
I love him. It's beard on beard respect.
The one, the only Ryan Fitzpatrick of, NFL acclaim is on with SVP right now.
His beard.
Immaculate button-up right now.
His beard is to his knees, but he's actually trimmed it, okay?
Yours is better than his.
He's cleaned it up a little bit. This is money.
I know, but I think yours is better.
Oh, I love it.
Because you got like a little,
I love you, Matt Hayes. That's awesome. Thank you. That's
I like the fact that you've got the just a That one area that's elongated.
Right. This is just a long part.
You clean everywhere else.
And now they can the nooners out there can see it on the 1010XL live cam on YouTube.
I love it. I love it. And more than that, TLD loves it. That's the most important thing.
One last thing on Brooks real quick. He did just meet with reporters following his 67 today at Augusta National. He said that, quote, his live decision would have been tougher had he been this healthy and his game felt this good at the time.
I don't know whether it's truth or fiction, but I don't mind hearing that. I really don't, because that was the challenge. Bodies breaking down. These people are throwing money at me. And look, I hope they all come together. I know that you got to sanction them if they do come back. European Tours, DP World Tours trying to deal with all that stuff. And they get to make the decision on who they invite back, when they want to invite them back, and maybe that'll start to move the meter a little bit more as we go along. It's XL Primetime.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
Anytime Fitness Sawgrass is the preferred gym of yours truly, Mia O'Brien. Strengthen everything from calves to confidence.
Because showing up is half the battle.
Although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
Bringing you Jacksonville Sports Radio every day. This is 1010XL.
My name is David Lane. I'm just your average everyday Joe. I've had multiple procedures done at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, including both of my shoulders, a knee replacement, and an upcoming back surgery. I'd highly recommend the doctors and the staff over at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. If they can get this old dog back in the game, they surely can do the same for you.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
As parents, we all want to ensure that our children are safe, secure, and healthy starting day one. Please make sure your newborn is sleeping safely. Visit wilsonchildrens.com/safe sleep for infant safety tips.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
It's that time of the year again for the taste of golf. So come join your boy at TPC Sawgrass on April 26th for fine cuisine from the top chefs in the area, craft cocktails, fun games, and unique auction items. This signature event is ideal for networking with a substantial and sophisticated audience who is passionate about the game of golf, the intrinsic values associated with it, and of course, impacting the youth of our community. Y'all know he love the kids. All proceeds benefit First Tee North Florida. So get your tickets at tasteofgolf.com. Come on, somebody.
In sports, the grind outside the lines is what ultimately defines our success. Get the amateur's edge, powered by B3 Better, to learn the hidden path of top pros, amateurs, and coaches. Saturday mornings at 11 on 1010XL.
Masters Week is here. Tiger is back in the field. Some of the LIV Golf guys are playing a major for the first time. This is going to be must-see TV. Mia here, and if you haven't signed up for MyBookie, you need to sign up. You can bet long odds for big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners, first-round leaders, and live betting, too. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet for MyBookie, do it now for Masters Week. The weather in Augusta is looking a little shaky, likely going to rain all week, so there may be some chaos. Take advantage of it. Cam Smith, last year's Open champion winner and third-place finisher at Augusta last year, paying at 27-1. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL. This is one of the most fun betting weeks of the year. Bet the Masters anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Roland, 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 we're all calling Roland. The toilet's overflowing, oh my.
When you've got a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
Hey there, all you sports dads rocking the best dad bod possible. We love seeing you eat tacos by the handful, and we love it when you bring your kids here too. For years, Lucy claimed that her favorite thing on the menu was sopapillas, with a big scoop of ice cream. I know that's not a taco, but that never stopped her. I was shooting for Dad of the Year anyway, so I just let it happen. Taco Lou's a great place to bring the family. There's something for everyone, as long as it starts with a taco. And a margarita for Mom is always a good thing. At Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
The best golfing weather is upon us, and Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to enjoy your round of golf with us. Our warm and welcoming atmosphere and spectacular golf course keeps our customers coming back. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I said yes to Yas, Dr. Mitchell Yas, and the Yas Method. Now I know, you've probably tried medications, treatments, injections, even surgery. Maybe the reason you're still in pain is because they're treating the wrong thing and not addressing the root causes. Well, I know from personal experience, this does happen. But I found the best kept secret in pain elimination, Dr. Yas and the Yas Method. Call them today, 904-906-YASS, and say yes to Yas.
April is Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Month. If caught early, this disease can be treated effectively. So take control of your health with the experts at Ackerman Cancer Center. Don't delay, get screened for any symptoms. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's a big hair, heavy metal Friday on XL Primetime.
Much better.
Matt approved.
Much better.
And I know that, I like to hear the guitar. I like to hear Eddie rock and roll, kick some butt.
And Dave, too. Dave.
Well, David Lee Roth was a great singer.
Great frontman.
Yeah.
I don't know about great singer, great frontman.
Yeah, I guess you could argue, but he had to sing. But I know exactly what you're saying. He was a showman. But he could still rock it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Better than Hagar, although I love Sammy Hagar.
I like Sammy too, but it's not Dave. Yeah.
We are going
to the original's the original.
We are going to get it to
the OG, as the kids say.
College football and spring games here in the 2 o'clock hour of XL Primetime. But before we do that, I have to ask Matt, since he just popped up in my Twitter timeline, did you see the latest video from one Shane Beamer and the South Carolina Gamecocks?
I did.
Apparently, he models himself as Michael Scott from The Office, and that he was having races with his players.
That's awesome.
And apparently, he is now at the Masters with his son today.
You know which episode it is, right?
Oh,
Office,
yeah.
where they're running in the
parking lot.
The parking, and the radars out there. The police put the radars so they're running.
And
then the car comes behind Michael and it says 31. And he goes, "That's it.
Yeah.
Beat it."
I watched whatever, the best of.
Yeah.
One of they just
Of
ran it
course.
recently,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, it just made me miss The Office so bad. Never watched it from start to finish. Just kind of came in late, and I love it. Kids, absolutely. Michael in the Middle is just one of his favorites of all time. But
I'll give Shane Beamer that,
I'm
man.
giving him credit too.
South Carolina, they know how to play the hits.
Well,
Their social team.
I'm just giving
Very
him
good.
credit for being a likable dude that is doing a pretty good job. Not a great job, but a pretty good job. All right, real quick, we mentioned spring football. So the way it's being described now, Hugh Freeze, we played a soundbite earlier this week, and he made the point that he'd like to have a situation where they're scrimmaging another team, let the money go to charity. Maybe you can call it an in-state smaller school, however you want to describe it. But now they're going to go ahead and make the decision to go out there and basically create a 60-play – let me make sure I have this 60 plays and orchestrate where you're trailing. You're losing in the football game to start. So they've unveiled the new format. Defense starts up 24-0, 60-minute running clock, no quarters. You like that? At least he's coming up with something different.
I mean, it's spring practice. It's spring game. I don't care what they do. They're all good. Any idea to make it more interesting for the 30, 40,000 people you get in there.
Right.
Some places I know they get more, they get 70 or 80, but I mean anything that makes it interesting. Like Nebraska will literally fill up that stadium for that game.
Yeah, but just as long as you give them something that's a little bit different, I will happily take that. Happily.
You know what I think as we continue our spring football conversation on the other side of this timeout? I want to go to a tweet that Matt Hayes quote tweeted 2 days ago. Rankings of best college towns in the Big Ten, because Nebraska in particular, Matt, I think you're on the Husker train. You're on the Husker. He loves Lincoln, but I think
have y'all ever been to Lincoln?
He's on. I have.
Answer's no.
He's on the Matt Rule Husker train right now. So.
It's not. I mean, the city's unbelievable. The fans are fantastic.
All right, so let's get to that. Let's get to, if Matt Rule, maybe he's the first-year coach that makes the biggest splash in his new destination in college football, and some other spring football talk coming up next on XL Primetime. JJ, by the way, on the YouTube live stream, they say they want to see your face a little bit more. So I think we got to...
That's pay-per-view, folks.
If Engineer Richie's listening, we got to make sure... We got to zoom in a little more. We got to move that monitor. They want to see JJ. You could catch us on 1010XL's live stream on our YouTube. That's 1010XL video.
Cruising with XL Prime Time in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. Now, a Masters Update on 1010XL, brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie.
From the Augusta National Golf Club, Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the Masters. I'm Ted Emmerich. Brooks Koepka said last Sunday when he won in Orlando on the LIV Tour, he gets chills thinking about what he's capable of now that he's fully recovered from a dislocated knee. Koepka looks capable of winning the green jacket. He signs for a 5-under 67 today in the second round.
Didn't really do too much wrong. Maybe the speed kind of got me on a few putts. Wasn't hitting them hard enough there towards the end, but striking the ball really well, leaving it in good spots, and that's what you got to do. You got to make birdies in these par fives, take advantage of them, and did a good job of that, playing in 5-under.
Koepka always wanted to keep it a buck. He made 3 birdies and an eagle on those par 5s, all pars everywhere else. So Koepka now 12 under overall and 4 shots clear of the field. You're listening to coverage of the 2023 Masters on Westwood One.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
SpringFest is here at Lowe's. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season. Refresh your yard with 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. And refresh your home with savings on paint and stain. Right now, buy one, get one 50% off on 1-gallon cans and 5-gallon pails of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Paint, Stainmaster Paint, and Cabot Exterior Stains. Shop SpringFest today. Valid through 4/12. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Brooks Koepka in the clubhouse and in control with storms lurking this afternoon. Let's check the leaderboard, sponsored by Fidelity Wealth Management. Koepka 12 under after his 5-under 67 today. U.S. amateur champion Sam Bennett, the Aggie from Madisonville, Texas, is in solo second at 8 under, 4 back. Bennett is 4 under today through 16 holes. Victor Hovland and John Rahm had a share of the 18-hole lead with Koepka. Both are 7 under. They're playing the first 9 now. Rahm parred the first after a double bogey there on Thursday. Hovland all pars on the first 5 holes. Colin Morikawa about to finish his second round. He's at 6 under, 6 back. Jason Day, Justin Rose, Jordan Spieth, Shane Lowry, and Cameron Young at 5 under, 7 back. Scotty Scheffler's round ruined by a double bogey at 9. He 4-putted there. Scheffler, the defending champion, at -2, 10 back. Tiger Woods all pars on the first 4 holes. He remains at 2 over. From Augusta, I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Attention car buyers, are you in the market for a new vehicle? Are you noticing markups on vehicles on dealers' lots? Well, come to Key Buick GMC, when we never have markups on our vehicles. Ask for Derek or Steve, where we have fair value pricing, no additional markups, as well as the only Buick GMC dealer with a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new Buicks and GMCs. We are professional grade, across from Tinseltown on the corner of Southside and Gate, or go to KeyBuickGMC.com.
When it comes to settling personal injury claims, there's no substitute for hard work. At Harrell & Harrell, we've recovered over $1 billion for our clients through our commitment to hard work. 904-251-1111.
Offices, Jacksonville.
Parents, now's the time to start signing up your kids for the best all sports and basketball camps in the 904. Tommy Houlihan All Sports and Basketball Camps in Jacks Beach. All sports camps, kids K through 6th. All-day basketball camps, 2nd grade through 7th grade. Hours 9 to noon. Extended hours also available. Kids can also register for the Beaches Basketball League, ages 3 years old through 5th grade. Keep your kids active this summer with Tommy Houlihan sports and basketball programs. Online at TommyHoulihanBasketball.com.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping clients all over Florida with their construction perm loans for 34 years. Construction perm loans are not easy to find because a lot of banks and credit unions don't understand them, and therefore they don't like to do them. Well, your problem is solved. Trustline Mortgage wants to help you build your dream home. Our construction perm loans are single close, so you save money by not having to close twice, like with other lenders. Some of our construction perm loans allow you to lock in your interest rate up front. And if interest rates go down, we'll give you the better rate. We offer up to 100% VA loans, up to 96.5% for FHA loans, and up to 95% for conventional loans. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. That's 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you build your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. MLS number 331480.
Who gets to wear the green jacket? Catch Masters updates on 1010XL.
The defending champion says, "Remember me?"
Brought to you by MyBookie and Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Any adventure, any task, anytime. There's a CF Moto Utility ATV or UTV for any rider. See the full lineup at Ride Now Beach Boulevard. Venture seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the C-Force lineup. For the ultimate in UTV performance, check out the Z-Force 950. Find your utility ATV at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or online at cfmotousa.com. ATVs are recommended for the use only by riders age 16 years and older. ATVs can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends approved training course for safety and training information.
The Northeast Florida Safety Council has been keeping Florida safe for 80 years. I'm Megan Ehlers, Member Services Specialist. Whether your organization is large or small, we're a nonprofit that provides the services you need to take the worry out of compliance. Benefits of membership include thousands of online and instructor-led safety and health classes, learning management system access, safety walkthroughs, orientation program development, and consulting services. For more on becoming a member, visit nefsc.org.
On the outside, everything looks fine. But on the inside, an unseen enemy is plotting the destruction of your home. Termites can be deadly to your home unless you fight back with Southern Fumigation. 259-9811. They will service your home from inspection to completion. No contracting out your job to other companies. 259-9811. Southern Fumigation offers a free pest inspection with no obligation. That's Southern Fumigation, 259-9811.
Come to Bowden Eye for all your eye care needs. Hicken here. Did you know that dry eye disease affects up to 60 million Americans? Dry eye disease is known to progress. Dry eye disease is one of the most common but least diagnosed eye conditions doctors see in their patients. Many of us who have dry eye may not even feel it. At Bowden Eye and Associates, visit today for your personal consultation. Keeping the First Coast focused. Bowden Eye and Associates. New location now open off County Road 210 in St. Johns County.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Girls, rock your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild.
It's a big hair, heavy metal Friday on XL Primetime.
Not the hair, you shake the hair. Rock and roll.
Isn't everybody in that band dead now? Quite right. A majority of them are, I think.
I don't know. I did not know that. I was enjoying the music, and then you asked if they were all dead. So I don't know. Man. I don't know.
While we were on break, Tiger Woods nearly aced nearly aced a hole at the Masters, and I believe it's hole 6, and then missed the birdie putt. So that's where we're at with the Eldrick update. This has been your 2 o'clock Tiger Woods update.
Well, it's just agonizing, and you're getting the Masters updates throughout the afternoon and over the weekend, and it's just I mentioned yesterday, and it's kind of holding true again today, that people are wondering whether he can hold up physically with the injuries. These are putts that he's missing. These are not bad shots.
Yeah.
Now, there are some that lead to trouble, no question. You can have a spot on a green with a bad approach that can lead easily to a 3 or 4 putt for that matter. But it just sucks for Tiger right now to have those putts that you have seen him hole so many times in his career and not be able to get it done. And that's basically what's happening right now. All right, just a couple little saucy, one saucy nug, the other one might be a funky fact. So you saw Jon Rahm yesterday open with a double bogey, okay? And so he turned around a 2-over start with a 4 putt and made a 7 under 65, made 9 birdies after a double bogey. Lowest round in Masters history, which began with a double bogey or worse.
Saucy nugs.
After yesterday, okay, because Jon Rahm went out and did it, going into the Masters annals, the record books, how many, just closest to the pin, would you say had players that had started with a double or worse and weren't able to recover like Jon Rahm did?
Weren't able to recover?
No.
So,
it's in
so
the-
missed the cut, is what you're saying.
Well,
700.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be like 800.
Because that's the lowest round in Masters history that began with a double bogey or worse.
I'm gonna say like 423 people.
All right, great. Now we got closest to the pin. That's good.
Well, since you prices righted me yesterday, I'm gonna prices right you today. I'm gonna say
Damn
about
it.
441.
Oh, I said 420s.
You went 420.
You didn't even do it right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
I hope it's.
Why
in
are we
between.
doing this? Not like it's got to be something massive, like 680 or something.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
We are talking about professionals.
And a double first.
That might be too high. I might go lower than that, actually.
That's why
I'm gonna change mine. 217.
I said 700, but the more I thought about that, I'm like,
Go
that's
217.
too many.
Yeah. And then, JJ?
I had 421 or whatever.
421.
I'm going to say 680.
Okay. 554. So you guys
Oh,
were.
there we go, right in the middle. There we go, see?
554, which I'm like, wow, there's that many of them that began with a double bogey like that. And then obviously no one was able to do what he was able to do with that. All right, let's do the funky real quick.
Time now for a funky fact. Get funky with Funky Buddha.
The craft is delicious. They're a southern Florida brewery, and you can find them in the cooler section of your local grocer. So we have Koepka in at 12 under, okay? And he was bidding for a shot to also maybe have a piece of history, like we were just talking about with Jon Rahm. So only 2 players in Masters history have been 13 under or better through 36 holes. Koepka did not make it because he's at 12 under.
Right.
So who are they? Only 2 players.
Tiger.
Masters
Tiger's won.
I believe that when they had the event in the fall for
DJ.
COVID,
DJ, yeah.
the score
DJ.
was very low.
Yep, I agree.
So I'm going to say Dustin Johnson and Tiger Woods, 97.
I agree with JJ. Those are my
All right,
2.
both good guesses. And by the way, that's a scoring record when Dustin Johnson went
Yep.
20 under. Neither hit the board.
Oh.
Really?
Neither hit the board.
Neither?
And the 2 players that I'm looking for both won, which, of course, Tiger and DJ would have fit that criteria.
Are we talking old school or young guys?
1 old, 1 young.
So
Wow, I like that.
Jack?
I like that a lot.
Is Jack one?
Nope. Only 2 in Masters history have been 13 under or better through 36 holes.
Gary Player and
What about
Bubba.
Adam Scott?
Nope.
VJ?
Nope. I'll throw it at you because we want to get that last little spring football bit in that we were going to do. One was 14 under and the other one was 13 under. 1976 for Raymond Floyd.
Nice. He was a
And
really good player.
Old Jordan Speed.
I knew
in
it.
2015, 14 under.
Jordan.
Yeah, obviously went on to win. So that's a good
I
one.
love to watch Ray play. He was a good player.
Before we go to these college football rankings, 9067 has requested an Iowa update, a Zach Johnson update, And
he was 2 over.
Yes, he was 2 over. We'll double check that one for you, 90-67. But it should be noted, St. Simon's resident, yes, he's a native of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, but he won the Masters the last time we had a cold and rainy 50-degree, 60-degree finish on a Sunday.
It looks like he made birdie at 15 and 16 and finished 1 over. He bogeyed 17. Anyway, he's 1 over.
Yeah, looking like he will make the cut at 1 over. Eldrick Woods, by the way, would be like literally the last name. Tiger is the last name above the projected cut right now, but looking like Zach Johnson will make it. And again, that's why, as you were asking for this historical low times, like all-time low score, I mean, obviously that year that Zach Johnson won, which had the rainiest, coldest conditions we've seen in recent memory, I mean, scores weren't what they were when Dustin Johnson won. So, but no, real quick, I just wanted to bring to Matt, full circle to Matt, because I know you wrote about this at Saturday Down South, and then I know Saturday Tradition also put out their Big Ten college rankings. They had the University of Nebraska 14th out of 14 Big Ten schools for best college town. Not only do you disagree with that, Matt, but you believe Matt Rule may be getting it rolling a little bit sooner than people think.
I mean, he has to get Dylan Rail, who's the number one recruit in the 2024 classes. Dylan Rail's uncle, Donovan, is there, or Dominic, excuse me, is the offensive line coach in Nebraska, and his dad, Donovan, is legend in Nebraska. But he's going to be, I mean, if you look at all these programs that have slipped over the years, Texas, Florida, Florida State, UCLA, Michigan, when they slip, it's because they don't have a quarterback. Nebraska hasn't had a quarterback. That's why Nebraska hasn't been any good. If he can get like a real legit game-changer quarterback like this kid, Dylan Raiola, he's got a chance. And as far as college town, I love Lincoln. Lincoln's phenomenal. And the best fans in college football.
I got a feeling we need to carry that over to our SEC brethren and ACC family next week.
Yeah, I like that.
That'll be a good discussion.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Is Jeff Sims, by the way, the quarterback for Nebraska?
I don't know.
Week 1.
I don't know. Casey Thompson's hanging in there. He's hanging in.
And look, he has had success in a different uniform and can play well. Both of them have played well. So we'll see. All right, let's get ready for the Friends Show. As we hand it off to them, you'll have Masters updates all day long.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL. In your car or out of your car.
Get me out of this car.
Take 1010XL with you wherever you go.
We're online and ready.
By downloading our free 1010XL app. Available for all smartphones and tablets.
Patriot Roofing Services, specializing in all types of commercial and residential roofing and repairs, gutters, sun tubes, skylights as well. 10-year workmanship warranty, financing available, military and senior citizen discounts, no subcontractors. Mention this ad at the time of the estimate and receive $500 off any new re-roof. Call Mark today, 982-4052, 982-4052, licensed and insured.
Masters Week is here. Tiger is hovering around the cut line. A live golf guy leads the field through 2 rounds. Folks, it is going to be must-see TV this weekend. Mia here, and if you haven't signed up for MyBookie, you need to sign up. You can bet long odds for big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright live betting is where it's at. Get a feel for how they're playing and make your live bets. If you haven't signed up, do it now for Masters Week. It's one of the most fun betting weeks of the year. The weather in Augusta looking like it'll take a turn today. A lot of rain, 90% chance on Sunday. There is going to be chaos. Take advantage of that and make some money. Again, even if the Masters has started like it has, you can still get in on the action with live betting. Getting started is simple. Sign up at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. It's simple. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus. Betting the Masters anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Want to upgrade your golf league, charity tournament, or buddy trip to the next level? Jacksonville-based LeaderboardKing.com can automate your registration, process payments, and provide live leaderboards for all games as you play. Go to LeaderboardKing.com.
Shen Yun, a performance that truly matters to each of us, is coming April 5th to 9th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts and Thrasher Horn Center, Orange Park. Shen Yun revives 5,000 years of civilization through choreographed dance, music combining classical Western and Chinese instruments, and a dynamic 3D backdrop. Come and see it at least once in your lifetime. Tickets at shenyun.com/FL. Get your tickets now. Go to shenyun.com/FL.
Are you buying a home with a septic system? Don't do it without getting the septic system inspected first. Call Duck Duck Rooter, Northeast Florida's only master septic contractor. Our team will conduct an in-depth inspection that includes a full report with pictures. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars on their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
Drivers and heavy truck mechanics, if you like sports, then you're going to love working at Waste Management.
We have a team atmosphere here where we're looking out for one another. We jump in to help out.
Listen up. WM is now offering a $5,000 new hire bonus to CDL drivers and heavy truck mechanics for jobs at our sites in Jacksonville, Green Cove Springs, Callahan, and St. Augustine.
It's camaraderie. It's everything. I like it.
Steady work, competitive pay, weekly paychecks, opportunities for overtime, paid training, and a generous boot and tool allowance.
Plus, over-the-top benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family, and home every day.
CDL drivers and heavy truck mechanics. Apply online at WM.com/careers. That's WM.com/careers. Search driver and mechanic jobs in Jacksonville, Green Cove Springs, Callahan, and St. Augustine, Florida.
A people-first, military-friendly, equal opportunity employer.
We are WM. I want my Woody's barbecue.
With the weather turning warmer and springtime finally here, there's no better day than today to head for your neighborhood Woody's barbecue. Today should be your sky-high pie day or banana pudding day. High Flying Jacko here. Top off your lunch or dinner with a Woody's special pie or pudding. Make springtime sing in your heart.
At Woody's barbecue, it's what we do.
Let's eat.
Find your why and your next career move at the First Coast YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
This is head coach Matthew Driscoll from the UNF men's basketball team. When our players suffer an orthopedic injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists gets our players back on the court pain-free.
We appreciate the endorsements from our high school and college coaches. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, the 2-minute drill. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the rubber on the road with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
The Embedded and Shredded is in the house. Hey, it's Carline rolling in, ready for a little afternoon.
Woo!
Yes.
Here we go.
You love it when the lights are off inside this building and it's just y'alls.
I tell you
all
what,
the salespeople are gone.
It's going to be a very intimate Frangie show today. We're going to have candle lit. We're going to have everything. The house lights down.
Too much information right
it is Good Friday.
We're we're going to be. It's going to be a very personal show.
Yeah.
I think for all of us.
Don't
today.
you get a kick when you turn the corner and everyone's gone?
Oh, it's wild.
All the lights are on?
I pulled in and I thought, am I at the right building? But
the code
yeah,
worked.
exactly. So, but yeah, hopefully everybody's getting their Easter weekend off to an early and fantastic start, and we certainly are looking forward to it as well. But yeah, we're gonna have a fun Frangie show. Talk a lot of Jaguars. Obviously, we'll get into the Masters. Just a fascinating leaderboard. So many storylines right now.
Who were your picks, by the way, Carline?
So in Loser Monday, I had the third pick. So I picked John Rahm, who is doing quite well for me, knock on wood so far. Nice. I haven't looked at the board in a little bit, but Lauren took Rory. And I know Rory is teetering.
Oh,
so
yeah, he's
he's imploded.
She's behind them.
Where is he now?
He was at 4 over. He finished 4 over.
Okay, the last I saw he was at 3, so maybe he had a chance to make the cut, and then it's sort of anybody's game. But anyway,
if Francis took Sandy Lyle, he's behind. That's pretty much the only other guy.
He might have. I'll have to go back and check my notes.
1 hole remaining for Rory. All right, we're out.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy it.
Happy Easter.
All right, happy Easter to Hayes Carline. They will have the rest of the afternoon with you. Enjoy all of it. Enjoy the Masters and enjoy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Joe C., Mia O'Brien, Maddie Hayes, and JJ. Take it away with our little rock anthem on the Big Hair Break.
We've got the right to choose it.
Come on, Joe. That ain't good enough. You gotta suck the blood out my mouth. Let's go, baby. Whoa!